So this is Battlefield 5, you know, V for regular, but I thought I'd throw the 5 in this time because, I don't know, we'll play around with the titles, because Battlefield 5 never gets the love that the other Battlefields do, which is funny. But, yeah, be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. And we're diving in here on the province. Oh, jeez. One sec here. Oh, good, Kevin, you jumped in. I'm gonna pipe you in. I just started. Yeah.
So don't say that one thing.
Kevin's
right?
here. Yeah, say that one thing. Yeah, that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll have to jump in here, I guess. We're fighting in the fields of, oh crap, lavender. They're lavender fields.
Nice.
Yeah, I always am like, because you know I have lilacs. So like I always think of anything purple for plants just being lilacs, but it's lavender is on the ground, lilacs are up in the air.
That's all around this city, man.
Yeah, lilacs are everywhere. They're great. Like trees, like I don't shrubs. I guess I'm like shrubs.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Anyways, I like lilacs. I think they look great. They don't last very long though. And the hail today was insane. What's up? Answering the call of Battlefield here, guys. And once you're loaded in, I'll back up and pick you up because I ended up on Conquest. I don't know why I picked a Conquest map.
No, you're good.
Yeah, so once you get your game going. Because I understand you were delivering loot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure how long that was going to take. And the time was counting down. You know how these people are. So patient.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of loot did you get?
Yeah, just a bunch of chests and stuff, and we were chasing these guys, but it was going to take a while.
Ah, okay. What is my PSN name? It's Sky Captain 5, but with a lol at the end, because my regular gamer tag or name is taken on PlayStation from somebody that was a fan of my Dead Rising 2 off the record stuff. He took my name. So, yeah, kind of sucks. And I know people are like, well, you think you were important enough that that guy would take your name? Yeah, because there's one game that dude played, it was Dead Rising 2 off the record, and he, like, has not touched that PlayStation in, like, literally since. But he played that one game. That's it, Kevin. He's got a history of that one game. And he took my name, and I knew that he was a fan. So somebody's excited for Kevin. Somebody wants... Pip's asking where, if you know where I hide the bodies. Big
What was that say?
Someone, because you know I do the photos, right? The daily photos.
Yeah.
On the community tab, and people are always like, "Oh, that's where he hides all the bodies and stuff." And I'm just like, okay. Yeah. I mean, I would definitely pick less busy areas than where I take a lot of the photos I take, but you know, I actually have pretty good like scout out of the city technically. I know some pretty quiet, calm spots, Kevin. Quiet spots. You also gotta pick spots where the doggos aren't at. Tomorrow's battle. 2042 is getting its big update tomorrow. I don't know if I want to do another video going over the patch notes. It took forever last time, and it wasn't that popular, and it seems like people are just done with that game. Yeah, you bought Resident Evil 3 Remake. It's fun. I've heard it's visually quite good, but people were mad some story stuff was cut. Yep. It's a hiccup there. Hello, folks. Season 1 content is hardly anything. Oh, what were you guys... Oh, I got revived. What were you guys expecting for the Season 1 of Battlefield 2042? I was under the impression it was just a single map. That's, you know, that's what I always knew. And then on the list...
Yeah, I thought that's all it was.
Right? That's all I thought it was. The listing today, they're like 1 new specialist, 2 new helicopters, I think some new weapons, and then the map. And I was just like, that's what I assumed it was going to be. I mean, should it have taken them this long to do that? No, but that's always what my assumption was.
Do people genuinely care? Or?
I don't know. Probably do a stream of it just to...
Yeah, I just wondering.
You know, just to see it and go back to it and stuff. I don't hate the game, but it's like there's some seriously lackluster stuff about that one. It feels more and more barren every time you go back to play it. But that's like, it feels like every... Like, out of the shooters that released in the fall, Halo Infinite, bare bones, awful experience. Battlefield 2042, bare bones, awful experience. Vanguard, you know, everybody seems to hate that one, but you know, they actually release maps and stuff for it, and do events and trickle with content.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's very funny. You know, we call it, what was it, the holy trinity of mediocrity.
Yeah, that's literally what it turned into.
Yeah.
I think I was so excited for that at the end of last year, which was funny.
I was so hyped. I'm like, we have not had the holy trinity of shooters since 2012, and it just bombed.
Well, it's all about them indie shooters now, man.
Yeah, Hell Let Loose, Insurgency. I finished Insurgency the other night, guys. I don't know if you saw the YouTube stories, but yeah, I finished. I got the full 1,000 on it. Insurgency, I was very proud. Why are wings always brought up? Who's bringing wings up? Bonjour, Matt. Hello there. He says hello to you too, Kevin.
Bonjour, Matt.
There's a Restaurant Evil game coming to PS5? You mean a Resident Evil game coming to PS5? Restaurant Evil. The PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Turns out it's just a Taco Bell.
No, dude. It's one of those simulators, but it stars Resident Evil characters. Restaurant Evil. Can Ada Wong get the servings done right? Leon Kennedy, head chef. Restaurant Evil. It's not just gonna be on PlayStation. It'll be on Xbox too. Kraken tonight? Yeah, I got the Kraken. Yeah. Play Halo Infinite, please. I really don't have a desire to go back to Infinite anytime soon. I mean, if they splash some cash my way, sure, I'll jump in on that one. But other than that, I really just have no interest, like zero interest in Halo Infinite. And Halo's like my favorite franchise of all time, and it's just like, I've accepted at this point, it's just a complete and utter disappointment. But that's life, you know. People disappoint, games disappoint. You just gotta keep on keeping on. And did you load up the game yet, Kevin?
I'm just loading in now.
Okay, good, because I'm just sitting here, I'm like, I don't know if I'm just blabbering and running around on Conquest. I have no idea what I'm doing in Conquest. It's just like random. I don't feel a sense of urgency. Is there somebody here? Ow. Dead. Let's see, Xbox Showcase. Yep, it's pretty soon. Still don't have my flight details hammered out yet, so that's exciting. Yeah. We took out a dog and something? What are you guys all talking about 2042? I mean, it'll be interesting to go back to that and see what it's like. You're playing Assassin's Creed Origins on Game Pass. It's great, right? Happy that the Oilers got swept. So am I.
Oh, my dude. Yes, I am too. No, say no.
Yeah. That was, well, you know, I was, today I was just, you know, I went to the gym, and I weigh less than 170 now, Kevin. I've never weighed this little in my adult life. It's very
less than 170? You're probably, like, exact healthy body weight then.
Yeah.
Around,
I think
yeah.
Was it the BMI or whatever? It's supposed to be like 165 or something for my height or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
really good.
I've never weighed less than 170 in my adult life, so it's really weird. I'm not like trying to lose weight or anything, but I don't know what's happening. Yeah, so gotta bulk up. But I went to the gym, and then there's a reason for this meandering story, I think. And then I got home, and I played Carcassonne. And, you know, because the game was on, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't really care that much. And then I went and I played Carcassonne. And then I came upstairs, and I was like, oh, okay, so the Oilers, or, you know, the Avalanche got this. It's 5-4. And then the Oilers scored, and it's 5-5, and it's like, oh, damn, there's like 3 minutes left. And so I caught the end of the game, is generally what the story is I came in there to, you know, catch the end and then watch the overtime. And it was actually pretty, like, close, I would say, compared to all the other, you know, games in the series, like this
yeah, the other
match.
Yeah,
but I mean, like,
I just
dominated.
I would check the score every now and then my good buddy, who's like just from outside of Edmonton, came on. He was like, "They lost, stupid high stick call or whatever," and I was like, "No way,
stick. They were gonna lose anyway."
They were gonna lose anyways. I don't think that high stick was bad. The worst call of that series was the offside.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
It was so, but it did kind of look like a high stick, but at the same time, it's like they were gonna lose regardless.
It wasn't controversial like that Coleman goal.
No, it wasn't that bad.
No. Yeah.
I mean, they were done. They didn't play well the whole series. I think the Avalanche are gonna win the cup this year. They're dominating every single matchup they get to. I know the West is easier of a league, but it just like they've got that talent because they've been kind of a rebuild team, right? You know, they had all this young talent and their talent's aging a bit, and they're at that point where they're finally really kicking ass, and you can see it this year in the playoffs. They're doing a great job. You know, again, I was saying, you know, my pick for the finals this year when I first started the NHL or the playoffs, I was like, it's going to be the Avalanche and the Panthers. So obviously I got the Panthers part of it wrong. Well, I said the Panthers if they beat my team, and they did beat my team. They didn't make it, but you know, as soon as you see Avalanche, they're just sweeping. Who was the first team? The Blues?
No, that was Nashville.
They swept Nashville,
Yeah.
or the Blues were
They
playing
swept
Nashville?
Nashville.
Okay, they swept Nashville. As soon as I saw,
And then
like,
went to 6 on Blues.
yeah, I was just like, this team's just railing other teams. I mean, even what was the last round they did? What was the score on that one, like series wise? Wasn't it like
Game 6.
Game 6. Okay.
4-2. Yeah.
4-2. So even then, there's just
The Blues are a good team.
they are a good team,
Yeah.
but they were still really taking it to the Blues, right? So
That's where when the Oilers eliminated the Flames, I was just sitting there the whole time, like, whatever, they're gonna lose to Colorado.
yeah.
You know, like,
I mean, I thought both teams were going to get pounded by Colorado. I thought that they would maybe make, like, game 5 or 6. What the hell was that? But, yeah, it wasn't the case. So, are you in the menu now?
oh, should I back out? All right.
Oh, you're in the match.
Yeah, I was in the match. I could back
Okay,
out.
well,
though,
let's
if you
just...
want.
Isn't it almost over?
Yeah, it's almost over.
We'll just finish it off here. Crazy week for gaming. There's some announcements coming out. I mean, we got the Minecraft update tomorrow. So I'll have something semi-special for the Minecraft update in the morning. So stay tuned for that. And then I've got some other surprises this week. And, you know, obviously I'm going to the Xbox Showcase event in Toronto. So that will impact our streaming, guys. I don't think I'll be streaming on Friday and Saturday night.
I'm taking over. No, I'm totally joking. Sorry.
Somebody did that. Somebody said that the other stream. I was like, I'm not gonna be there. And they're like, oh, Kevin should do it. I'm like, I don't know if you have the technical ability to. Like, I'm not, you know.
You could teach me. No, I'm just messing around. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not hard to do, but it's also like, you know, what if something goes wrong? What, you know,
Or whatever. Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, at some point down the road, maybe it would be a problem, but, like, yeah, because even I was thinking of getting Joelle to come in and do it, but even then I was kind of like, I think that's stretching it too, because, you know, I don't even know if she has that experience to do that and stuff, and it's just like...
That would be neat. Someone tuning into Sky Captain's stream, like, ooh wee, and then all of a sudden it's just Joelle sitting there, like.
Well, you know, it's just like, you know, you watch a talk show, Jimmy Kimmel, and he's sick or he's got something to do. You get a guest host or whatever, right? It's not too crazy. But yeah, I think somebody could handle that while I wasn't here. The other idea is I'll just run like I'll loop together a bunch of Call of Duty live streams that I've done, and I'll just add in some like overlay of me just being like, what do you mean you think this isn't
awesome.
live?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm answering all your guys' comments.
Yeah. Answering everything. Yeah, it'll be entertaining. Xbox Game Pass is expensive. I'd say it's incredibly affordable for what you get out of it. The Minecraft update with the new boss. Yeah, it's a very minimal update in my opinion. I don't know why they're making it out to be such a big deal. It's one boss that was supposed to be in the last update. It's mud blocks and like a few new mobs, and it's just like it was really like not a part of that update, and it's just kind of like, okay, but you know they're building up to be a big thing. These fields of lavender, beautiful, but you know they're building up to be a big thing, so I got something special set up for that in the morning. Blah blah blah. You were supposed to, guys, if you follow the daily content, you were supposed to get a Turok video this morning. I worked pretty hard after the stream last night to get the Turok video ready. And then after the video's uploaded, good to go, all of a sudden it gets like a copyright thing on some random music, and I had to delete the video, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I was like, screw it, I'm just going to move the Rainbow Six video up to the morning that people were apparently not interested in. I think Rainbow Six 3 is great, but, you know, whatever. And then, yeah, the Turok thing will be a later time, but, yeah. I was pissed. Yeah, Summer Games Fest, Xbox. Yeah, there's some events coming out. This is the usually 3-week. People have been stuck in the Toronto airport for over a day. Lovely. So hopefully that's cleared up by the time I get out there. And yeah. Did I see
funny.
the Avalanche? Oh yeah, we just talked about that. More FPS. There's tons of first-person shooters out there. You know what I mean? I think there's tons.
Almost
of
too
FPS
many.
games.
It's hard to give them all the attention they deserve, you know.
Are more people like, oh, there's this too much and stuff like that? That's what I always hear is like, especially like World War shooters. People are like, oh, we've had way too many of them. And it's like, yeah, I mean, there was a large portion in gaming history where it was like all we were getting were like World War shooters, but in recent years, I think you get not too many of these,
Yeah, I think they're a great time. But you think about it, you got World War, modern, or future. So like, what do you want, right?
Yeah, I would like maybe some different type of things. We always talk about a Civil War game might be fun. I got one on PC that I'll do a stream of now that I got that big PC green screening thing that I haven't used yet for a stream because it's awkward, but I want to try it. Does Xbox have more PC games than PlayStation? Like, as in games that are from Xbox that went on PC, or like games from PC on Xbox? I have no idea. Interesting. Anyways, it's been a while, so we're at that point where I'm like, hey yo, like the stream, subscribing's great, donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. You get the cool emotes to use in the chat and all that. And what else is there? Sorry, I'm just gonna make sure we have that. And we're 6 new channel members away from unlocking the Sky Shrugs emote, so that's the new one there. And I think it's great and it looks cool, but we gotta work towards unlocking that without losing members and all that other logistics. You get behind the scenes stuff, apparently the Patreon option, plans start like $2, not too bad. And streaming daily, so there's always something exciting going on. And if you like the written word, gamerheadquarters.com, there's stuff there, written stuff, written reviews, movies, and all that stuff. Lots of stuff. Games from PC? I have no idea then. What do I think about Armory Forger? Go watch the review, it sucks. Anyways.
That's funny, sir.
Best Xbox YouTuber. Oh, you're too kind there, Slaughter. You're too kind. Yeah, Kevin's here.
Hey!
Yeah, Kevin's here.
Yes.
So, what was I going on about there a second ago? Can't even remember. Oh, the channel membership things. Yeah, that's cool. We're getting there, Kevin. We're getting there. You went to the gun range and had some fun. That's cool, man.
It's a great time. Are we backing out?
Yeah, I backed out. My sister is always the one that wants me to go to do the gun range. Like she's always like, you want to go shoot some guns? And I was just like, why?
Your sister's into it?
Like, I think she's into the idea of like blowing off steam by going and shooting like a gun or something in a gun range.
That's amazing.
But every time we talk about it, and it's like, they do the Groupons, and I'm like, the Groupon just covers like the safety thing where they're like, okay, you're good to do this.
Yeah.
You have to buy like the ammo, you gotta rent the weapon. It's expensive. It looks really, really expensive every time.
It is really expensive, especially like, what was it? The 308 rounds were like almost like $2 a round or something like that.
Like, it's cool, but I really don't care enough to be like, wasting that kind of money doing that. I just like, I don't know how interested I am to that degree.
I think you might have a lot of fun. I don't know.
Just go and stand there and shoot a weapon. It's like, I'm not too into guns that much. And it's just like,
it's a pretty powerful feeling. I don't know. You feel like, you feel top of the food chain.
Okay. I don't know, it's just the idea, but it doesn't seem too appealing to me. And every time, my sister brings it up, I just be like, look at the prices. And she's like, oh yeah, that is really expensive. And I just go, oh my god, roll my eyes. Yeah. Did I see the Apple thing? I mean, I didn't watch the Apple thing, but I read about some of the bits of the Apple thing. iOS 16. They're updating the splash screen when you turn on your phone, Kevin. I can change the lettering and the coloring. Oh my god. And I can finally have the weather on there, so I don't have to change the weather thing. I don't like that the notifications are going to the bottom, though. That feels a little weird to me.
Is that a grand operations match?
I don't know. I just chose, I chose Breakthrough.
That's incredible. Okay.
How incredible, Kevin?
I haven't played a grand operations match since like the first 3-4 months of this game being out.
Wow. So it's like
2018,
back
beginning of 2019.
At that grand operation, it's like one
Probably.
of those.
Yeah.
It's like one of those big Battlefront experiences, but in Battlefield. Ooh. Actually, it would be really cool if Battlefront did like the grand operations. I think that would be really neat. The Battle of Geonosis.
They'd expand more on this. It was really neat.
Good to keep for self-defense. Yeah, we don't do that in Canada. I'm never going to own a gun. There's never going to be a situation where I need to use a gun in self-defense. Is it knives? It's more like the personal connection that I feel when you get a good knife kill on somebody. Feels like you're right up there taking the life. I don't know. It's just... I don't do hunting or anything like that. I don't need to. I'm a modern person that like sits around and plays video games.
Hunting's really fun if you get into it. I don't know.
I can't find that enjoyable.
Hmm.
I have this weird like type of dream that pops up where it's like I'm gonna be with some gal at some point and then her father is gonna take me out hunting, like as if I have to like pretend to be into it. And I'm just gonna be sitting there being like, I do not care about this. What is this room? Is this just like a small shed you can get into? What is the point of this? Have you seen this shed? Dude, where are you at? Have you seen this shed? It's just like...
No, I haven't yet.
What is the point of this shed? I don't get it. You just like go in and there's like a single big thing? Is it like a strategic point? I'm so perplexed by the, by why that's in there. I really don't get it. What else are we doing? You Canadian pulled a gun up. Yeah, but I'm not gonna... Like... Again, the situation isn't going to arise where I'm going to have to use self-defense with a gun in Canada, because you can't, like, carry guns like that. It's not like the States. It's not to say that a gun couldn't get pulled on me here, because, you know, people have weapons. You know where most of our guns, like, the illegal guns and stuff, come from in Canada? The U.S. So... Yeah, thanks Americans. Good morning, indeed. Decides to rob my house. Well, there's a lot of liability if you hurt someone that's, like, robbing your house in Canada. It's not... We don't have... What are those called in the U.S., Kevin? Where it's, like, fortification laws or something, or...
Well, it's interesting. There's things you need to... I don't know if I can go into it, but yeah, like, I don't know. It is. If you explain that your family was in danger, you might get leeway in court and that. But yeah, no, you're not absolutely protected.
Yeah.
Well, you could, but, you know, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, again, there's zero reason for me to have a gun, guys. I have no interest in it. There's a tank that just flew off of the bridge and into the water. That was funny. And all these guys swerved out of it for free kills. Right on. That was convenient. See the part where they're bringing AAA games to Mac and iPad? No, I didn't see that part. I'm not really huge on Apple stuff outside of the iPhone. I would never own a Mac, and I have zero interest in an iPad. But, you know, cool to those that like that, and the fact that they're actually trying to bring games over. Because if there's one thing Apple has just traditionally never cared about, it's gaming. It's so funny, my sister got, you know, like a pretty beefed up Mac on a pretty good deal, like a MacBook or whatever. And she's just, and I'm always just like, why don't you just play League of Legends on your MacBook? And she's just like, I can't. Just run it. And I'm like, well, what's the point of buying that then if you can't play games off of it? It just seems useless. How do I like this game? I don't know. It's the same as Battlefield 1, but it's got a 5 in it. Like a V. The stand your ground law. Yeah, so that kind of thing. So we don't really have that in Canada. So it's, you know... I find it very unlikely that someone would attack my place with a weapon or something like that. Because you know what fixes all problems, Kevin, with guns? More guns. Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, so many times, right?
Oh, I don't know, man.
It's nothing like, you know, extinguishing fire by splashing more fire on something.
There weren't that many shootouts in the Old West. You know why? Because everyone had a gun.
Okay, yeah. Because it's like the Old West now. I'm not even.
Oh, no,
I don't
but,
even
like,
want to
it
dive
is.
into the statistics.
Yeah, well,
of,
yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to talk about this anymore, guys. It was just a shooting range tangent thing I went on, but I don't want to. I don't like talking about this thing because it's a state's issue more than anything, and I don't really care that much being Canadian. So, there you go. Anyways, the idea of going out with some gal's father to go hunting, and I'm just sitting there being like, what is this? Why are we doing this? But you know what, Kevin? Because, you know,
Why don't you like the outdoors? No,
Huh?
sorry. Why don't you like the outdoors?
What do you mean I don't like the
hunting's
outdoors?
awesome.
I go hiking
Oh, I don't.
and walking
Oh,
like
that's
all the time.
alright.
You not see the photos?
Fishing, hunting, that's the stuff, dude.
I like to just walk
You go
around
out
and
camping,
appreciate
you
it.
do nothing.
Nah, I don't camp.
Beautiful. You don't camp? What?
Why would I camp? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go camp by
Because it's
myself?
awesome. I got that's all good.
Yeah, I was in like I did scouts when I was young. We camped there. I got my fill.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you have to, but yeah.
You're sounding like a
I don't know.
loser
I've
on this
always
big
enjoyed
thing.
that. I love being out in the Rockies.
Yeah, you go do a day, you go do a hike, and then you go home.
Oh no, man! You go for a weekend. You wake up in a tent with that fresh air.
And
Oh.
that cold, and you freeze, and it's just like
Well, you gotta go on the right day, right?
you question
Like,
what you're doing with your life, and then it just rains or it snows.
no way, dude.
Yeah.
And then it snows. Are you going on May long? No, joke.
You go to Maylong, exactly. The price of
Yeah.
gas blows in the U.S. Yeah, the price of gas blows here. It's like $2, and it's like, we have like, don't we have like 13 cents as like a rebate thing or something that the government set up? We make the stuff, and it still costs us so much here. I couldn't save you. It's ridiculous. But you know what, Kevin? The price of the gas doesn't impact me at all right now. Because my car is still in the shop. Nowhere to go if you don't got a vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's exciting. Oh. So Kevin, how's the airsofting been?
That's been really amazing. Or I don't know. It was really interesting.
I
had
heard you
some
got
issues
your
this last.
333 confirmed kill in airsoft. How does that make you feel?
I felt like a champion. No, I don't know. I was always thinking that if I die and there's like a chance for like with a greater consciousness, you could ask statistics or something like that. I'd love to know my KD ratio.
Your KD in
In
airsoft.
airsoft, yeah. You know.
It's like, bro, there's some numbers you don't want to know.
Right? Oh, I'd be disappointed. I think I'm quite positive, but yeah, it's a good time. I'm trying to get Riley to go out. Yeah.
I don't know. Is he into that kind of thing?
He said he went a couple times when he was younger, and he keeps trying to go out, but it's hard to convince the gal to let him go. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do that, and I want to go outdoors because it's getting really nice out. And
No, you
I don't
can go out and walk and hike anytime you want, Kevin. We live in a place where we've got massive parks.
right?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like, yeah, Fish Creek. I haven't been to Fish Creek in forever.
It's $6 a gallon. Okay. Do we have to do the math where we talk about liters and gallons? Alright, so it's
At that conversion rate going.
yeah, so let's do the conversion rate on this. So liters to gallons. So 1 liter is a 0.26. So you have $6 a gallon. So let's do 1 gallon is 4 liters. So we pay $2 a liter. So we're paying a bit more. There's a bit of a difference there. Just a bit of one, eh? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God. Yeah. So anyways. You own me at Battlefield 1. Cool. I really don't care.
Right? Oh, what was it? Been playing a lot of NHL lately, right? And I've actually been doing really good on it, like I'm always bragging about. But I ran into one guy who really gave me a run for my money. And like it was a really tight match, but he kept getting some of the goals. And as I'm playing him, like, you know when you're good at a game and someone's really giving it to you, that you're like, okay, this guy must really be good. And then it turned out Yeah, well, he was 77th on the Xbox One lobbies or whatever when I looked it up after. But when he won, I got like this barrage of messages. And he sent like a smiley face, and he was like, "Thanks for the shutout." And I was just like laughing. Yeah, well, I was laughing, and I just sent him the message. I was like, "Are you for real, dude?" You know, like, what a lack of sportsmanship. But I'm like laughing, looking at Becky or whatever. Like, dude, come read this. This kid's like jarring at me. You know?
Damn, he really took it to you.
Oh, he did. I got a kick out of that one.
I never get that. Like, I play Halo, you know, at MCC, and I play Halo 3, and I'm good at Halo 3. I definitely am pretty damn good at that game. I can admit that, because I know it's true. And it's like, you know, sometimes when you play a guy in there and you do like the little battles, and you're like, this guy is pretty damn good at this game. But I've never gotten to the point where someone's like kicking my ass and then sending me a message about it.
That's funny. I don't know. It's certain games. I get it every now and then in sports games, and I get it because like I assume dude was younger because like when I was younger, I was like way too competitive at hockey, and like I like try keep it really cool now. Like I'll even see it when people like the minute the whistle blows, they'll hit your player and then run and shoot on your net, and I'll just stay. Like I'll put my controller down and just like I don't care. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Sports games has one of those player bases where they can be like uber cocky.
Oh, it's like it's 1v1, right? So it's pretty intensive.
It is. Well, that's what always bothered me with sports games is like in Battlefield or I don't know. There's different levels. Like Hell Let Loose, unless you're a great tank squad, you're not necessarily going to change the battle. Your team has to do it all, right?
One man
well,
can't
like, I
make
don't
a
know.
difference.
Well, it's funny because, like in Halo or like say Insurgency or something like that, one man can carry the whole team.
Oh,
you know, I'm sure you've done it yourself a million times, right? But basically, what I'm breaking it down is when it gets to like hockey and that, there is no excuse for why you're losing. It is you.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's what I think always bothered me when I was losing was that, yeah, there is no one to blame. It was my failure. And I think it's just, I guess, with maturity that it's like, all right, whatever, you had a bad game, you know.
You gotta get with it. I love in Halo when I'll have like 30-something kills in a 4v4 Slayer match. We lose.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Like, dudes.
Well, I like what you were saying that with like Halo when it's literally you're doing so bad that it's like, oh man, I'm just gonna hide. Like all I'm doing is hurting the team.
It happens. Oh, what the hell? Swana got stabbed? Somebody's doing the conversion rate for Canadian and US dollars in regards to the comparisons in field. I like how we're comparing about who has it worse. Yeah, that's because it's like, oh, Canadian dollar is worth a bit less. I always compare them to be about similar because they tend to get more buying power. But if you guys remember, there was a time where our dollar
where we were ahead. Yeah.
I think it's our government just always caps us down because it's better or something for us. All I know is I'm fine with it because, you know, I get paid for, like, you know, doing things in, like, US dollars, so I go...
You get a little extra.
Oh, yeah.
Well, last I heard we were 79 cents to the dollar.
It's usually a 1.33 conversion, typically. You know, it fluctuates, right? Like, it fluctuates, but there's been quite a few periods where it's exactly equal, blah, blah, blah. But you notice when it becomes equal, the pricing doesn't change on stuff. Stays the same. Yeah. But again, remember guys, we make the literal gas here. Like they ravage our environment to do that. So it's technically it should be really cheap where I live. And it usually is quite a bit cheaper, you know. Usually it's what is the ratio? 25% less than BC on average and, you know, other places, but it's like we literally, you know, we make the stuff. It shouldn't cost that much here.
Right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're always BC. BC people are so stuck up. I'm looking old. Thanks.
Alright.
Levels to unlock guns. I think you unlock stuff all the time. Why am I not playing Evil Dead? I mean, I'll get back on Evil Dead. What we put it into rotation. The quarry is soon. I forgot. I gotta fill out my quarry review code or review sheet. Gotta remember to do that. 1 second. I'm gonna click that to pop that bad boy up. Sorry, I had a lot of stuff I had to do today. The quarry. There we go. I'm gonna remember to do that sheet tonight. Man, Ultimate Team is torture. Oh, I bet it is. Apparently, I don't know if you guys saw this. I mean, I tweeted about it. If you're not following my Twitter, you're missing out on the fun stuff. And I sent you a message on Discord, but I don't think you saw that, Kevin. It looks like Madden is going to launch on Game Pass this year.
I got you.
Really?
Yeah, day one.
I got you, mate.
That's quite interesting.
Now, I don't
What
know
is it?
this-
There's just that much money to be made by getting everyone on Ultimate Team or whatever? Or?
Something like that. Now, I don't know if this is for sure, but... Okay, so in the past, you know, 2042, it looked like that was going to be on Game Pass, but it wasn't. But the wording was different. Like, when you go to the Xbox website, it shows Madden, and it says... if I can get the photo of that. Sorry, guys, one sec here. Dun, 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 dun. It says... Included with Xbox Game Pass, Madden NFL 23. So, you know, typically they're always like, oh, you get a 10-hour trial, right? But the wording has never said included with Game Pass. So, I think Madden's going to drop on Game Pass day one, which is going to be... you know, for an American perspective, I think that's a huge deal, right? Okay, who's that guy right there that's not noticing that guy that just stabbed Kevin? What are you doing? Did you not see that guy, like, right there that walked beside you and shot me? And you walked by him and you went and revived me and he shot you? Did you not see that guy, Kevin? What's going on there, man? What games it's coming out do I want to make videos on?
It's not really working.
Releases. What, Kevin? You're having issues?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought you asked me how I was doing, and I was like, this match isn't going too well for me. No,
I was asking with the kill there, like, you saw him kill me, and then you just let him stab you as you want to revive me, and I'm like, what are you doing?
No. It's not bad. It's...
You have a Ram TRX as a toy, and it's $10 a gallon for premium fuel? I thought you lived in Canada. It requires 129 liters. That's a lot. You guys keep talking about oil and stuff. I'm already bored of gas. But I play DayZ not as much these days. You started on my channel with DayZ. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the DayZ content. It may sound crazy, but I haven't aged that much since I was doing DayZ things. At least I don't think so, but, you know. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm gonna have to, 2023, I gotta renew my passport. It's been 10 years. Oof. Crazy. I don't even know how you do that kind of thing. Finally gonna get a new photo though, Kevin. In 2013, I think maybe it was 2012. 2013, 2012, I looked a lot different. That's gonna be exciting. Although I'm gonna miss my passport because I've got all these different, like, you know, they stamp it or whatever when you do things, so it's gonna be weird to get rid of that thing, I guess, because you get a new one, so I guess I'll fill it with new memories. What is Kevin doing? I don't know.
I am trying to blow up a Tagger 1.
Oh, he says
Yeah,
I look
but it's not
older, not
working.
old. There you go. Well, you know, people do age.
No. Oh, it totally happens. I kept joking. It was this... Oh, it was last birthday, too. It wasn't even his last one or whatever. But, I sent a message out to the boys, and I was like, man, I can still pass for 18, right? And everyone's being all really nice. I'm like, oh, Kevin, you look 17 or whatever. And that's when Riley gets up there and he's like, buddy, you can pass for a teenager with that hairline. And it was like, no.
That strikes you deep.
I do think I'm,
yeah. I think you look a little older than your teens. When I went to vote last time, which it was, what, in the fall? When did we do our federal? In the fall?
I believe.
Yeah, I got 14 from some old ladies.
You got... Oh, really?
Yeah. Are you old enough to vote? Yeah, I've done it like 5 times.
Times, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're a little older in the face. Like, not obviously like late 30s or anything, but... Well, no, you can really see that, like, development, I always thought.
The distinction.
Like, you don't...
Distinguish.
Yeah, you start to look a little less softer, you know? Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. Is this a bad guy? No, it's not a bad guy. Because I just, like, it's hilarious you go do this thing. The other lady there was, like, I think something, a woman that would have been like 30s or 40s, or maybe 40s, and she'd be like, yeah, you look like my kids or something. You look in your like 20s or whatever. And I'm like, that's correct.
Yeah.
I just thought that was always funny.
Maybe they were hitting on you.
Oh, definitely. I don't think you look that old. Oh, thank you. I mean, it doesn't matter anyways. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably look pretty young for a while, going off of my parents and stuff. I should have at least till like 50 before I get any sort of like graying going on. Maybe even later, because I live pretty stress-free. Except for the drinks. Drinks will get you. Oh, and it's been a while, so oh, I'm alive.
Like that stream?
Yeah. Like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. We're 6 new members away from unlocking the Sky Captain Shrug emote. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, the Shrug emote right there. And alternatively, the Patreon option, streaming all the time, lots of fun. Well, I was saying, Kevin, I was like, we just unlocked the Sky hot dog, the Costco hot dog emote. And I was like, I couldn't believe that we unlocked that one. And then I'm like, I don't think we'll ever unlock another emote afterwards. And we're like progressing towards that. It's weird. Yeah. It's a bit strange. New season of The Orville is out. Is it? I love that show. It's actually out now? Man, they didn't do any screening stuff for it, Disney. I'm not like, I feel like I'm not in the Disney screening loop. I didn't get my Kenobi stuff. I'm a little pissed off about that. OnlyFans? You mean a Sky fans? Of course we got Sky fans. Just gonna have to do really suggestive like photos on there with like Xbox stuff. It'll be great.
I think that'd be awesome. You in the onesie, like pulling down the zipper or
Just
something in a photo.
I could be just like holding the controller and just like, oh yeah.
Oh my god, doing that like pose where you're like laying on your side like paint me Jack, but you got the controller over your area. Yeah.
I would look up the sexiest poses that gals have done, and I would just recreate them. But like in
right,
the
that,
onesie and
yeah,
stuff.
there you go.
Yeah. With the V-neck out here, just be rocking it. I think it'd be hilarious. Very satirical, but also suggestive way. Hello there. You have subscribed. That's cool. Yeah, it seems like this is the most hyped Xbox show ever. Really? I don't think it is. I mean, it's a Xbox show that they're doing. What was it? What was I gonna go on about? Something, Kevin. What do you think?
Ooh, what would we go on about?
I don't know.
How about that Wii? No, I'm joking.
No, we don't talk about the Wii.
Is that funny that the Wii, in my mind, looks better at a distance than up close?
I mean, it's a small little cute thing, but terrible console. That's the only one you would buy? It's cool, man, if you want to get in on the Sky fans. There's lots to offer there. Be beautiful photos. Beautiful, beautiful photos with the iPhone there. Takes great shots. I swear I had some kind of like tangent thing I wanted to go on, but I can't remember it. Okay, so is this lobby still good for size? Oh, it is. Okay, good. Let's go. On the attack. Oh, something about like the memberships thing. I was just like, I can't believe we're almost actually kind of getting close to another memberships thing. It's just odd. I didn't. Oh,
yeah,
no.
like...
What I was really gonna go on about is, how I was saying like the algorithm and everything was kind of like sucking early May.
Yeah.
It looks like it's back to normal now. Honestly, like
that's awesome.
It was terrible early May, and then like the last week or so, it's just been like right back to normal numbers, and I'm just like, huh, sus.
Good old algorithm, the greatest battle of all.
Yeah, that's the big fight that we do is against the algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, it's a plane. I was like, what the hell is hitting me?
I still think it would be funny to make like a YouTubers against the algorithm league or something.
YouTubers against the algorithm. Come together, guys. We must band against the algorithm. No, but it's like, it's something you deal with, right? It's part of the business and stuff, but yeah, it's like everything was low and now everything's back to normal. I was like, okay. Like, as long as the, the capital, the money and stuff is about even the whole time, I don't really care too much. But obviously, more growth towards getting that plaque, like, what, 17k subs now away? Ugh. It's gonna be ages, man. Just want to get that button and then I can feel a sense of pride and accomplishment, is it?
That's what's up, yeah.
Yeah, real sense of pride and accomplishment. Did you know that if you spend money, I think it's it's $100 or something, Kevin. You can also get a plaque from my channel.
Really?
Yeah. So like I
So
get.
I can feel like
Yeah, like I get one for free, right? Because you know when you get that level, and then additional team members or whatever can like pay. I think it's $100 in the numbers. Because I was looking this up, I was like, that's hilarious. And then you can also have a plaque that says the channel name on it, so that you can feel like you're part of the setup and stuff, which is hilarious. But I mean, you know, if I get to like the gold level, maybe we'll buy that for everybody. We'll splurge.
it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, like everybody's getting a badge. But there, you know, there's nothing like having a plaque on the wall that has somebody else's name.
Yeah, right. Why do you have that? Because I felt like I was a part of the team.
It's Team Sky Captain.
Yeah.
We're a squad.
I like when we were joking about like, oh well, hey, what if you tried out for a hockey tournament? I would love to show up in all of your merchandise or whatever. You know? Like,
Yeah, you gotta go do the. We're trying to get Kevin to do the Chal esports in Canada here. That's because you know you take the NHL very passionately, so I like to see it. You are ranked pretty high, aren't you? Though?
I am, yes.
Yeah. So there you go, guys. Kevin, he's gonna be in the esports. We're gonna cheer him on. APD Reloaded. I think I've done a video of that on the Series X, or if I haven't, I should, because that game is a freaking riot. I have done APB. Yeah, I did that because I used to like that game on the PC too, and the console port of it is just god awful, just atrocious. Kevin. One of the worst games ever.
Really? Why? Just as bad as Arma?
It's, I'd say worse than Arma.
Worse. Whoa.
Yeah, it's one of the worst.
Oh, that's bad. No, sorry, I'm sorry.
Like the game itself, I kind of liked a long time ago. When the console port was coming, I was like, oh, maybe this would be cool. Maybe they'll do something new with it. And it's just like it's rubbish. It is so rubbish. Even the Series X can't fix that bad boy up. I was kind of hoping shooting the red barrel would blow up. No.
Inside joke, because you know him, but I wonder if every time we make fun of Arma on stream, my buddy Rogue gets a headache.
Oh, he gets so frustrated. I love that dude's salt about that game. Yeah. PS5
doing really good.
version. Yeah, that's probably a good time to get it. What else is there? You're in my squad? Cool. Like I said, guys, it's always cool if you hop in and want to play and stuff. It's totally neat. We're always accepting of people into our live streams for the cause of whatever. So
That's the other guy in our squad. Dude's 15-13 at level 17.
Is that good?
Smurf account. I'm sure. Yeah.
Smurf account? Yeah, okay.
All jokes.
Yeah, Smurf account in Battlefield 5.
Right? Could you imagine?
Nobody's that intense about this game. And the leveling doesn't even matter. It doesn't do anything.
Although it does make me think of like, wow, you never let this game go, because I've like, what's that? I think it's 65, 66 days in this, and I'm 196. So like, buddy at the top with his 390, or when you see the 500 rank, I was like, oh man, this guy's just gonna sweat.
I always say that when I see your level 190, I'm like, wow, this guy really played too much of this.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I did play too much of it. It's undeniable. You know, so
it's impressive. I wish I had that kind of dedication. You know what I want to do, guys? I want to do a bigger live stream because I got my bag in there. That's something I've been talking about. What else do we have to do? That horror game, we never did that.
Yeah.
I swear it's supposed to be really fun, Kevin. You're missing out. And the Halo games. And I think that's it.
That's what I'd love to do with you still. I think I keep going on about it, but the Halo campaigns.
Yeah, we'll have to pick a day and just do it. And just start with C and just get it done. Be pretty easy, about 3 hours each. It's not a big deal. This game is good. It's decent. I'd say it's fun. What else was there? Oh yeah, so the plan again, guys. You know, I do stream, you know, pretty consistently, but obviously Friday I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit one in because the Xbox event, and then Saturday definitely not because I won't be here. And then on Sunday, depending on how everything goes, I should be home at the usual time. And hopefully Kevin will be available, and we're gonna rewatch
Oh yeah.
the showcase and like talk about it and pause it and go over it, and then we'll play something else as well, because I don't think that's going to take, you know, the full time. We'll play, I don't know, something else. We'll throw it in there. And, yeah, that'll be really fun. I hope. And then there's the GoldenEye achievement, so I'm really looking forward to that. So obviously if that game shadow drops, that's I'll be doing that. But I have been talking. I've got a Microsoft contact that runs the conferences, and I think they're working on trying to get like a copyright-free version of the live stream, or they're gonna send me a list of all the copyrighted music so that we can deal with all that stuff. Copyright. Pain in the ass. Hello there, from Mexico. Yeah, so the Halo streams I think would be really fun, because I want to get like definitive like walkthrough type stream videos that I can have on the channel, so somebody would be like, oh, if you played Halo 1 or whatever, I could just be like, this is our definitive play of Halo 1 or whatever, and yeah. Which means normal, Kevin, and not fooling around too much.
No.
And lots of the cutscenes, not dying.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Not gonna 3-hour legendary ranch? No.
Yeah, I don't think we can do that. It'd just be embarrassing.
It's just embarrassing, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't even want to deal with the trauma of that. Not to say, guys, that we won't at some point maybe do like a legendary stream of those ones going, but I just want to run through the series and just have it all, you know, kind of done in a semi-serious way. And then we can link to it and that and everything. But we do, like, I do have a Halo 3 like playthrough up on the channel from when I was like way younger, but I think the audio and everything sucks on it. You know, what's funny is was it video game like Donkey? Was it Donkey? I think I've sent you links of his videos before. He used my Halo 3 campaign footage for his Halo 3 video.
Really?
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. Because I think I was the only one that had, like, at the time, HD footage of the game. So he just, like, downloaded all my stuff and then used it. And I was getting, like, a lot of views, and it was, like, people were, like, saying from Donkey, and I was like, I have no idea who this dude is. But this was a long time ago, guys. Like, a long time ago.
That's funny to think you were on top of your game even back then.
Yeah.
For, like, first with, like, HD footage and all that.
So, yeah, I always try to push the tech boundaries. What the hell is this? Plant explosives.
Oh yeah, we're trying to blow up the artillery.
I thought this was breakthrough.
Nah, we're finishing that grand operations match, man.
Oh.
This was the big game mode I was so excited for when this game came out, and they like really did no updates with it. It was
So do we
they
like
EA'd it really hard.
They EA'd it hard. That's funny.
Yeah.
So do we like back out after this is done and find like a regular breakthrough? Or?
Believe if you're down. Kinda interesting if this lobby stays full, but it's up to you obviously.
I mean, sure, it's just like I thought we were just doing breakthrough. I'm just like, I don't even know what I've been doing. I thought we were defending, to be honest. Like I thought we were defending this whole time. A Skyrim stream. Yeah, so we planned on doing a Skyrim stream with Joel that we were gonna drink the skooma. But we didn't end up with enough skooma. Joel's really busy. But that's not to say that there won't be a Skyrim stream at some point. You know, it's something I think would be fun to do. Maybe like a bit of an ongoing type thing. Like kind of, I don't know if you guys have been watching the Origin streams, but those have been quite popular, and I've actually been having fun working through that game, so I might do more of that. Like I don't mind doing single player stuff. I usually think of it as being more work though, because I try to get, like, if I can, a game finished in a single stream, then I can use it as like a walkthrough thing on the site, and sort of live. So it's like, you know, it's a little different doing, and I feel like there's more pressure doing single player, because when you die, it's like, you know, somebody rewatching this later down the road, you know, they don't want to watch you die a bunch and stuff, and it feels like there's more pressure. Multiplayer, you jump in, it's like, whatever, you know, it's just another night of doing multiplayer stuff. It's, you know, way less pressure. 1440p monitor for Series S, if it's got a high frame rate, yeah. I don't think Avowed is coming out this year. I would be pretty confident that it's not. Skips the cutscenes once. I will be pissed.
I did that the last time we were playing, because a lot of the guys I play with are really into Halo, and we're playing a couple, and they're like, oh, don't skip this cutscene, and then, I don't know, just for the lols I did.
Oh, there's like a game you don't skip cutscenes in. It's Halo. Cutscenes are the bomb. And I'd say we'd do a stream of all the Halo games in campaign co-op, but You can't.
Yeah, oh, lol. I got him.
Oh.
Looking at you, 343. No, I'm just
Yeah, looking at you, 343 failures. My God. So you can tell that I'm not bought out, because even though I'm getting like a free flight from Xbox to go and watch the Xbox showcase, I still do not miss an opportunity to smack down on Halo Infinite.
Alright. But remember, Xbox, if you want to buy him out, readily available. No,
Yeah, no, seriously, I have free and open for
anyway,
cash transactions. I will take sponsor streams to go back to Halo Infinite.
Right.
I will push through, and I will.
You'll
pretend
talk
to be
about how
happy.
Halo Infinite was always your favorite game.
Yeah. When did I ever say Halo Infinite wasn't a good time? Halo Infinite, best game ever.
I was just joshing around that
Yeah.
last couple times.
I was kidding those 450 times that I said the game sucks.
Dude, the compilation video of you like talking trash about Halo.
My God, you could go back to that stream. Like, what was it? The first stream I did for Halo Infinite during like the beta test or the test flights, where I just trashed it out for like 6 hours straight. I was right about that game.
I'm here, mate.
Everyone else was giving me flack for that, but I was right. Damn, just want to say that. Multiplayer teammates. I don't know. I don't normally blame teammates, but sometimes I do. They're complete idiots. Like, remember the one night I was in the party with you, Kevin, and I was so
Oh, the
frustrated.
Halo guys? Yeah.
I was playing ranked Halo MCC guys, and it's like, there's one guy, I think he's called I Am Brat or something. It's these PC players. It's always PC players. He just keeps killing himself, and it's ranked. So we got one guy on our team not playing. The other guy is killing himself. So our score is like negative 15 or something. I'm out there trying to kill. The other team's just wailing on us because it's ranked, you know. Because ranked players are, you know, they're playing seriously because it's ranked. It's not.
You should be, yeah.
Yeah. So we're just getting like wailed on. I'm just like, oh, this is the worst ever. And then the subsequent matches is like the same thing. I keep getting players like PC players, and there's other PC player on the other team who's like shooting through walls and crap. And I'm like, how the hell are you doing this? Because in Halo 3, I know you can't shoot through walls. I know you can't. I've played the game for over 15 years. I've never seen people shoot through walls.
I don't ever remember, anyone wall banging any Halo.
Yeah, so it's always it's the PC players. And it's like, they have like 200 gamer scores, so you know they don't give a damn. It's like a new account they have just for playing MCC and just for making my life miserable. This is the worst. It was literally like, I was being driven crazy that night. Couldn't handle it. Xbox Showcase, yeah, I'm very excited to be going there. It's gonna be great, like in Toronto. I'm gonna see all these people, and I'm hoping I can fit in the aquarium session, but I don't know. We're gonna see. So I'm gonna, go to the aquarium there, Kevin, because there's apparently a magical aquarium.
Oh, really?
So, are we quitting or are we staying in another match?
I wouldn't mind seeing what the next lobby looks like, but we can back out if you want.
Alright, we'll stay. We'll see what this is like.
Alright.
But it's like, so they got this Ripley's aquarium or something. Apparently it's amazing, so I'm gonna go hopefully do that. And then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have a dinner somewhere downtown. I don't know where, I don't know what. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to take myself out. I'm going to enjoy the Toronto nightlife and eat somewhere. Maybe it'll probably just be like the hotel lounge or something. I'm so inambitious about things. I feel like what I really need in life is like some kind of partner that likes to go and do stuff, is a little bit more ambitious on things, because I'll just be like, I'll just sit around. Consensus on this game is fine. I don't have issues with it. It's Battlefield 1, but not as good. So I was filming some older games today. For videos. I did 2 Worlds, and did you guys know, and I told you this earlier, Kevin, they're making a 2 Worlds 3. It was supposed to come out in 2019, but it got delayed, and like allegedly it's supposed to come out this year, 2022. And I've heard nothing about this. Not a reveal trailer, nothing. But
That's interesting. Is that a game even most people would know now?
I have no idea. They made 2 of them.
Yeah. I didn't know they made a second one. I remember playing the first one, and it was fun. Or whatever. I never beat the game. But, like, yeah.
Oh my god,
I forgot about it till you mentioned it.
Because I brought it up, I was like, I filmed it today. Oh my god, that game runs like garbage. Oh, it was like 15 to 20 FPS, dude. It was... You left the squad, Kevin.
Oh, did I? Oh.
Where'd you go? I don't really miss you so, but yeah. So anyways, I was just like, man, that runs terribly. And I was looking up the game so that I could, like, you know, put out some talking points about it during the video. And I'm like, they're working on Two Worlds 3? Like, why? Who wants
It
this?
says you're in the menus as well.
But I'm just sitting there thinking, wow, what if this is good, Kevin?
What if this is good? Yeah, right?
No, seriously, like, what if it's, like, legitimately a really good game in that? And I'm just like, I never even knew about it.
First one was fine. I remember playing it really young, and I never got fully into it and, like, followed the storyline or whatever. And I remember if you went to certain parts, it got really hard, but, like, it was alright.
Yeah. So anyways, I'd be down to review that one and stuff. Aerodrome, oh, let's do it. No, it's ground operations. Ah, crap. Well, I guess we're doing it. Yeah, loot boxes? Oh, I probably have loot boxes. I don't care about that in this. So...
What are you gonna do with them? Dress up your gun? No, I'm joking.
I don't know. So, I've got some other games I was going to work on, because I ran out of time. Blitz the League. So I bought a second copy of Blitz League, because my first Blitz League, the disc cracked. So I've got the second one here that I've never played, because it was just a backup, because the other one broke. So, yeah. There's Blitz League, I'm going to do a video on that. And The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Amazing Spider-Man 1. Pretty cool. Shiny case. Apparently I got it from GameStop. I've got the receipt attached to the game. It's like a gold shiny version of the Amazing Spider-Man, and that'll be fun. Medal of Honor, the 360 version, not a great game. And
Sorry.
Medal of Honor Warfighter limited edition, I bought because it had a Canadian in it. Really not a great game.
Aw.
And yeah. Be some fun things. Laurie would be willing to accompany on my trip. Oh, I bet Laurie would. Yeah, that's for sure. Oh god, guys, it's that time where I'm like, hey yo, like the stream. Hey. Great donations, cool. Consider becoming a channel member. You know you want to, because we can unlock the Shrug Sky mode, which is fun. I feel like it's good to do these channel membership things and then have like a goal to work towards. I think that makes it more interesting. Alternatively, Patreon option. Streaming all the time, lots of fun. And Kevin's here today.
Hey.
Kevin's always like, Battlefield 5. And I'm like, oh. I don't have like Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1 downloaded. And Kevin's like, no.
Oh, it's fine.
Wasn't there like a special day today, too, with this?
Well, it was yesterday. I don't know, kind of cheesy, but
yesterday.
78th anniversary of D-Day, June 6th. Day that will live in infamy. Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
In the
Because now it's the 7th.
Yeah, because now it's the 7th. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I always got a kick out of that because, like, I always felt like it wasn't the next day till I fell asleep. Which is funny, because what if you pull a 24-hour, but...
That's how I do my days, is it's like, it's not the next day until... You know, until I've passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I do my day-to-days. My day is the time that I'm awake. This always ran at 60 FPS. What do you mean did this get a 60 FPS update? How do I feel about the Avalanche winning? Great. I think they're going to win the cup.
Yeah, it's not Edmonton. No, sorry. It's...
Yeah. They swept him. Swept him right out the building. Oh my god, did I tell you, I talked about this on this other stream there, but Kevin, oh yeah, I mentioned this to you, the Pokemon Go Fest this weekend. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, you're saying it was a rough time, eh?
Yeah, first day, cooking out in the sun,
shame.
nothing to do. Second day, you actually have things to do, but it's pouring. Soaked in rain. And then today was, not Pokemoning, but it was like hail. We had like big hail today, guys. Like crazy hail. Were you dealing with the hail? I had to save plants.
It was outside for a bit there, yeah. I got to hide in tailors all day, obviously, but yeah.
Oh god, that hail hurt. I was like grabbing my tomato.
Oh, did it?
Like, oh god. So that was great, but yeah, it was just. Like,
I just love June in Canada. You get hail.
All our weather is so random. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, so there you go. The chat is just like, I feel like it's random messages tonight on stuff.
That's funny.
Usually we eat it off the chat, right? But it's random too. Okay, well. Major defeat. What the hell happened out there, Kevin? I want a full explanation.
That sucks.
You mind telling me what the hell happened?
That's awesome.
Damn. British forces are now encircled and cut off. Germany will prevail. For the fatherland!
Alright.
Yeah. But anyways, so it's just been like... I actually, like, you know, I like the rain. Like, I actually enjoy the rain. Like, other people would be like, oh, I hate rainy days. And I'm like, I find it soothing, it's relaxing. But it's
That's
just,
my
like,
thought. It's nice to listen to.
Right, it feels comforting, it feels easygoing. But when you're trying to play Pokemon Go and your screen is like liquid water, it sucks. And it was damp, and I wore my trail runners. I have, like, literally, I have my primary shoes, which are supposed to be like a shoe until I get a new pair of shoes I actually like, but they've been sticking around longer. They're waterproof and snowproof. Seriously, like, I'm not kidding. They're a pair of Nikes that are like waterproof and snowproof. But I'm like, oh, I'll wear the trail runners today because I'm walking around. Nope, screwed, Kevin. Soaked. I was clogged with water. It was soaked. It was a terrible time. Not to mention the lack of, like, you know, any sort of, like, shinies or anything. Oh, terrible time. Rain is great. It is, yeah, no. But that was just a miserable time for the rain. This is a good game. I like it. Like, it's like Battlefield 5, but just not as good. Think about Valve. I mean, Valve, they make money. Who doesn't own headphones? Me? I have headphones. Okay, so is this like a full match? No, is it? Are people joining?
No.
Should we find a new lobby?
Yeah, sure. Let's find a new one.
Backing out. I just want to play Breakthrough. I think I quit without you.
That's all good. I'll join.
I think I L for D your ass, but you know, if we would have played Battlefield 4, Kevin, it would have been easy going. Need to get you a hard drive, like an old, like, not like new gen storage, because I can't even afford that shit. That's expensive. But like one of those,
but
one of those, like, those cheaper drives or something, just so you can download a bunch of crap on it.
keep it there. No, I could do that. It was amazing when I was old story, but when I first got this console, and you were telling me that, like, no, man, you gotta go get the next gen storage and that. And when I went there, yeah. Oh, you absolutely do. But it was funny because there's the one where I was like, oh, hey, like, you got, like, external memories. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, does this work for an Xbox? And they're like, yeah. And they're like 4 terabytes, like $90. And I was like, this doesn't sound right from what you were saying. And I was like, is this for the, like, new, like, the Series S and X? They're like, oh, let me check. And then that's when they pulled out a box that was, like, labeled for the Series S and X. That's where I got the 1 terabyte for, like, just for, like, 200 or something ridiculous. And I was like, oh, okay, that sounds about right.
That's why you can always ask questions. I remember when Riley was going to go get a TV, and I was like, you got to make sure you ask me about this stuff. Because he wanted, I don't know if he got it, but he wanted 120 hertz. But he's like, I'm buying a motion rate 120, and I'm like, dude, you cannot do that, because that's not the right one. I think you did that too, right?
Yeah.
Where I was like, you know, don't grab this if it's, you know, not the right version. You're going to get screwed.
Yeah. Well, that's for when I go finally upgraded TV. I've gotten used to this TV, like, immensely. I play on it a lot, obviously, now. But yeah, I don't know. When I get a new one, I was probably going to ask you to go out and, you know, TV shopping.
Costco day.
Yeah, basically. Should bring Becky next time.
I can only bring one
on that. Oh, yeah. I'll have to send her with you.
Yeah.
Ask her if she wants a Costco dog. She'll say you. No jokes.
Well, you can buy her some ice cream and stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Make a day out of it. I love how that's my days. Is like big day to go out
Costco,
and go to Costco. Oh, hi, Barry. Barry wishes you well, Kevin.
Oh, thank you, Barry. Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, it's like, to go do the Costco thing. Because I think the comedic bit is, you know, what I did with you, where I'm like, oh, these are the clothes and stuff, but me doing that with her, I think is so funny, because we've never actually interacted in real life.
No.
Never.
Yeah.
But just, like, imagine me being like, and here's all the dishes, and over here is the clothing.
That's the thing. She'll probably want to stop and check it all out, you know.
Yeah.
I
like
definitely
my
see her
Costco
going for the ice cream. Yeah.
This ice cream, you can try the pizza.
I think she'll try get a card right there though when you show her the liquor store. No.
Oh, you don't need a card for the liquor store.
No, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
don't
guess
need a
I,
card for that.
It's not like she's a super drinker, but she loves her big cheap bottles. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
like yeah.
Does she do? You can get these really affordable. It's kind of like a white wine, but it's like called Mama Peach and stuff.
I don't
Those.
know. I'd have to ask her what wine she drinks.
'Cause it's kind of like wine, but it's more. It's a little bit more sangria like or something. But like Mama
Yeah.
Peach, it's like $10 or less, and you get like a nice bottle, and it's easy drinking. It's more like a sparkling water almost.
That was the one I liked that she got me the one time, was that sangria or whatever,
Oh,
but I was
Costco
told from a
sangria,
lot of
dude.
people.
Oh, that'll
Yeah?
get you places.
Hmm.
That will get you places, and it's cheap. But anyways, you finally have a Costco card. It'll blow her mind and your mind. Well, we'll have to set this up, but you'll have to send her with the games I want to borrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll have that other thing for you too. I think you'll borrow.
Oh, the Evil Dead?
Yeah. Oh no, Kevin. We don't talk about that kind of stuff.
No? Oh, my bad.
No. Well, we'll have that thing for you. Totally not the
Yeah.
Evil Dead though. Not the
Yeah,
show.
no, not at all.
I would
Yeah.
never supply that kind of thing to Kevin. He's
No.
no.
Sorry, yeah. Sometimes, I stand out in the sun too long.
Yeah, Kevin's been
You
drinking
know.
tonight.
Yeah.
He's an
my
alcoholic.
bad. But I gotta work on myself. Yeah.
You need self growth.
Yeah.
Oh god. You need to pull yourself up, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'll be better.
Oh god. Anyways. Yeah. Just thinking about going to Kellogg. Well, Cyrus, you gotta... Actually, how do you get ammo in Fallout 4?
I always just balance in between spots like Diamond City and what's the other one? Buying them? I believe you can make them in that one.
These, sorry, I haven't played Fallout 4 without mods in, years, Or my
Why, would
account
you have like a
is-
mod for a whackload of ammo or something?
You just spawn ammo, man. You can just cheat mods. You just... I have unlimited ammo, essentially, where I use, a lightsaber.
Yeah. Or a lightsaber.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's funny.
The
I've seen some
lightsaber
pretty
and
freaky
the red
mods.
dress, and everyone's like, why the hell are you wearing that? It's just like, plus 13
Charisma.
That's how I play my Fallout games, though, is I do the charisma, and I sweet talk my way through everything. To me, that's really entertaining. It's just being the most persuasive dude in the room. I don't... combat and stuff's fun, but it's more fun to be like some kind of RPG thing and being like, okay, you get to the point, when I was playing The Outer Worlds, and I'm like, oh, go kill yourself or something. You can tell, the AI, and they'll be like, or, you can enforce things, and...
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's just you can get a charisma level going on where you're just a god and you can make people do whatever you want, and it just...
Oh, yeah, absolutely can. What was it in New Vegas or whatever? Whether you're talking to Lantis or the NCR general, you don't even have to fight him. You can just tell him to leave. Your charisma's high enough,
That's what I was saying, for the Outer Worlds, there's one part with a generator and you're just get out of here, and it's just oh, okay. And it's just okay, well, it's done.
Kind of miss the old level up system with Vegas 3 and the older ones where you put a certain amount of points into skills.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, there was certain things that for Fallout New Vegas, I always ended up putting my repair up to 75 because with the boomers or whatever, when you're trying to get the bomber working, I think it's one of the satellite dishes they need you to repair, and I always love that if you had a 75% skill, you could just fix it with the stuff there. Yeah, instead of going on this 3-part quest to all these stupid places I hated going.
There's
it didn't matter.
Satisfying about playing a story like that and being okay, god damn it, and then playing it a second time and then being oh, I have the level to just not do this.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I thought it was funny because I made lots of different types of characters, but they all had a repair of at least 75.
You've got that right set. And it was, the whole kill yourself point was, I was thinking of Barry last week, the Barry TV show, where it's he's an actor, but he's a hitman. And this is this one guy is driving one of these guys, and he's I was interrogated when I was prisoner of war or whatever for the Vietnam. And made my interrogator kill themselves. And the other guy sitting there, he's like, really? Are you sure he wasn't just having a bad day? I mean, as a jail guard, he was probably having a bad day.
A day
You know, it just killed me. So that's what I was thinking of. But no, it's fun to just be like, talk your way through everything.
Yeah.
High Isle. Will I be doing a video on it? I gotta talk to Joelle about that because she's covering the Elder Scrolls Online stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna send her a message about if she wants to cover that and work on that. So stay tuned for Elder Scrolls High Isle, and we'll see if she's available to do it because I don't know if I have bandwidth right now to do to cover that. But I'll talk to her and we'll see what we can do for that kind of thing. Because, you know, it's coming out, obviously. I think it's like, what, the 12th or later for console or something? Or maybe is it July? I don't know. But coming out for console later, the new experience. And it's easier if she covers it, basically. And I think she's a little less busy now, but I don't know. Because I missed her show or whatever. She was doing a show at the end of May. I thought it was in early June. I'm like, ugh. So now it's like, I feel like I gotta go to... She does a show at, like, Heritage Park during certain days, and I'm gonna have to do the logistics on going and visiting and checking that out. And, you know, Heritage Park is expensive. It's,
You were saying it got really expensive, right?
yeah, it's not a cheap thing, but it's like, yeah, it's the least I can do is go out and watch and stuff. Maybe
I
can
am.
get a day out of it.
I haven't been there forever or whatever. They still got the ferry and all that? This little lap around the lake? Yeah, okay.
They've upgraded the ferry. They've actually revamped it a little bit.
Really?
Depending on how far like it's been since you've been there, they've got like a whole like gasoline alley area, which is pretty cool. Like I like going there.
Last time I was there was elementary, so what, like
Oh yeah, no,
3, 4?
It's changed a bit too. Yeah, so that'll be something to set up and do. Just to go out and do that. That'll be fun. I wonder if I can maybe drag my grandmother along to do that. She likes doing that stuff. It's been a while. I'm assuming this will probably... Oh, god damn it. You know what? I gotta go look up the equestrians. Oh, for fuck's sake, son. We gotta do the equestrians. I forgot those are coming up. Sorry, it's like there's so much goddamn stuff going on. Usually I take my grandmother out to go watch the horses and stuff. You know, they do a day out of it or whatever. And you know, we haven't been able to because of COVID, right? They haven't done them. So I think the equestrians are back this year. And obviously, you know, as you get older, your grandparents get older. So it's like,
yeah.
you know, we were joking last time we went to the zoo, I don't know, a year ago, and I'm like, oh, this is probably the last time we'll go with grandma to like the zoo. I'm like, damn.
Sad. Yeah.
But it's, you know, it's life. People get older.
Yeah, well, yeah. Time and tide.
Yeah.
Happens to us all, yeah.
I'd actually say I'm pretty fortunate that I've had my grandparents around.
Oh, you are.
Right? Getting to like your 30s and stuff, it's, you know, most people don't get that. So, yeah, we always joke around that. It's like, oh, because if we go to Heritage Park again, it's probably going to be like, what, the last time we go there, I would imagine? Ugh. Not that I'm wishing that doom and gloom upon my grandmother to any degree, but you know.
No.
Hello there.
It's true.
Hashtag love Kev. Oh.
Aw, shucks, guys.
A Fallout 4 stream. I did do a Fallout 4 stream, and that was when my internet connection was having problems, so that one got screwed over. But if you want to go watch that stream and take it up, like take a look at it, it's only like an hour and a half long. It's pretty funny, I think, a little bit, because it's kind of weird, but yeah, I'll probably do another Fallout 4 stream at some point. I think that one, again, got just screwed over because of the internet. You remember that, Kevin? We were having the internet?
Yeah, I remember that. You came and joined us, and you're like, man, it just shut off. Like,
yeah.
There was that week where nothing was really working out for you.
Tell us, man. Tell us.
We love them.
It ruined our Rise stream.
Yeah, well, for the Rise one as well.
Yeah, just ruined it.
That sucks. That one was really fun.
Yeah, that was really,
My
really
gladiator,
good.
his butt cheeks out the whole time. It was awesome.
It's hilarious, but yeah, we did do another Rise stream though a few days ago, guys. If you missed that one, it's really good. The views were good on it and stuff too. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm working on another sponsorship type thing. That should be fun. Is that Kevin? Yeah, Kevin's here.
Do we? I'm rocking the Tiger H1 right now.
My Little Pony. I'd like to review that one, but I don't think they give me a copy for it. I don't know what it is. It's like, you know, I didn't do one video on a Paw Patrol game, and it's just like they will not give me other codes for the other stuff. I have AC Origins on Game Pass. I hope you have fun with it. It's a great time. And like I said, guys, there's some really intriguing things this week on the channel, so keep your eyes open. Tomorrow, Minecraft oriented, but there's some other surprises coming up as well for things. So it's gonna be an interesting time. I don't know how big some of this stuff is gonna be though. Like, you know, you kind of be like, you get some access to things, but you're like, I don't know how intrigued people are gonna be about stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah. Which is interesting.
That's what's interesting with what you do is that like random guess or whatever. One of my favorites was when you were doing aliens, and I can't remember what the other one was, but like you put way more work into the what?
I just got like artillery strikes. So I'm like, oh damn.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay, yeah. But there was the one or whatever, and you like put way more work into the other one than the aliens, and you said in the end people were more interested in aliens, and I kind of got a kick out of that, you know. Like,
this was when I was reviewing Psychonauts. I put in all that time to get Psychonauts
that
and
was
stuff
it,
done,
yeah.
and then Aliens was like way more popular, and I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
right.
I was like, come on. We did grind Aliens out though. We did push.
Yeah, that we did. That was. I still didn't mind that game. I haven't played it since, which is funny. Like,
Lots of games, lots of options. It's fun.
yeah,
though.
lots of options. Yeah, it wasn't bad. But that was funny. That was the first time in my experience, at least with you, where it was like I was enjoying the game less because we had to grind it. That was kind of eye-opening for me. That like you must run into that where like even if the game's enjoyable, it's not like you can stop. You have to keep playing it because you have this deadline or whatever. Yeah.
Try doing
I don't know.
Ubisoft
That was
game
just
over the
interesting.
weekend.
Yeah. Right.
30
50 hours of gameplay in one weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, freaking killer.
That's where it's funny, you know, that, like someone could like make fun of it and oh well you play video games, but like honestly you put in more hours than most people do in your work. It's just not labor, you
It
know.
also
Yeah.
sucks the life out of something that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you're not playing to enjoy it, you're playing to be like, god damn, I gotta get this done. You know what else I gotta get done, people? Likes on the
What?
stream.
Oh hey.
Yeah, subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Yeah, alternatively Patreon option. Stream it all the time. Lots of fun. Too much fun? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
Give it to.
Hey.
Yeah. Pushing for those channel memberships. I think we're gonna unlock this guy shrugs and mode. I don't know why. I got a feeling. Oh damn. I kind of like this level. It's such a weird kind of like setup, but it kind of works. This slightly closed thing. So do you think for the 2042 map they're releasing that's going to be a Canada level based on the rumors?
Yeah, what, Canada, it's supposed to be the Northwest Passage melt, so there's a fight over that.
I wonder if it'll be cool.
Yeah. Oh man, I was so disappointed with that game. I almost don't care. I didn't even know the update was coming out tomorrow. I don't know if I'm interested in checking it out. It would be really crazy if it does like a Battlefield 4 or whatever, but then I also think about what you say too, that like their statement of a healthy Battlefield franchise should release a game every 2 years, and we're going into a year.
They're not going to.
No, yeah, exactly, right. So it's like, what's the point of getting excited? And that was my thought. Was I supported this game. I sat there and argued with everyone who was like, oh, I don't like Battlefield 5, and then just when I thought it was really getting a lot of interesting stuff, boom, quit. You know,
Give it up on, canceled.
Yeah. So it's like, no, man.
What they're probably gonna do is they said that they're doing 3 seasons of Battlefield 2042, but they're probably gonna feel it out in the first season to see if they can sell enough battle passes to justify doing more of it.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're doing, and they got a new one in 2023 coming, so it's like I don't think they really care about 2042 that much. They're just trying to service it to the point that they don't kill the hardcore fans that are still on there. Like, don't piss them off further and stuff, and
Yeah.
try to get those battle passes. They're probably going to drop it on Game Pass with this new update, and try to get more players in that way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it's like. I really know.
It's interesting. Neat to see if they get the Steam numbers higher than Battlefield 5 with this update.
Oh my god, did you just see that was MCC has passed Infinite a few different times recently for Steam
Is
numbers?
that sad? Well, that's it. Like, these are the new games, and literally the old ones. They're all...
Free-to-play Halo game, man.
in the lead. Yeah, that's the biggest one, right? Because at least with 2042, you have to buy that one. But yeah, I do like that. It's literally free. You have no obligation not to play it. You know, like...
What a failure. Something like a piss off command? That would be fun. I don't know if the bot would like that. Bot doesn't sometimes do that stuff. Next gen consoles and game exclusives came around too early. Nah, I mean like it's if the hardware is ready, you put out the hardware, right? Does it suck that there's not as many cool exclusives and stuff? Absolutely. But I think we're more in a post-traditional like generations period of time for gaming. So I think you're gonna see a lot less, you know, kind of old school style generations, and it's gonna be more like generations going forward are gonna be more like blurred together. So I don't think it was necessarily too early. If I played The Last of Us, I've played The Last of Us Part 2 and did a review and everything on that one. It's pretty cool. I hope Match Point Tennis will be good. I actually like tennis games, and we haven't had a good tennis one in a while. Resident Evil 3 has not got an FPS boost. They are supposed to be doing the next-gen version of that one alongside some of the other Resident Evil games, 2, 3, and 7, so I can't do a watch time command. That doesn't work on YouTube, sadly. Yeah. Does not work. Did I die in your tank? What the hell? I just spawned, Kevin. What is the meaning of this? Next gen only games. So yeah, Spider-Man's coming to PC soon, so that's going to be fun to do a review on. I would imagine that's the case. I just emailed my PlayStation guy before we started the stream about access to PS Plus Premium, so hopefully I'm going to get that. What else is there? I got to request the Corey after the stream is on too. What are you doing?
You know, it's hilarious, dude. I absolutely love this game, so I'm not talking any trash, but like, when you were joking that like back in the day, like 360 era, it was like, oh, Battlefield's the tactical shooter or whatever, and I'm just sitting here in the Tiger tank having an absolute blast. But after like playing like War Thunder and Hell Let Loose and all that, I'm sitting here thinking like, wow, this tank is so fast. Like,
too fast?
You just zoom. Oh, it's a good speed, you know, but like it's hilarious, man.
Times change. You get newer games, newer experiences, things shift.
Right.
Part 2, 5 out of 5. I really liked The Last of Us Part 2. Like, from a technical standpoint, it's amazing. The story is incredibly long. But I definitely had some issues with the themes, and the latter half of the game is where I had some issues with that one. I didn't also like the ending and stuff, so I had some problems. I still think it's amazing. It's like the crowning achievement of the PS4, I would say, in terms of like technical impressiveness, story-wise, everything like that. But yeah, I definitely had some story and thematic type issues with that one as well. But it's a very impressive game. It is. So I think we're doing well on this, right?
Oh, we're doing incredible. They're done for, man.
Yeah, they're not pushing across the line on these sand dunes. Dude, remember we watched Dune?
Yeah, I remember that.
God, that movie.
That was the whole time, because that was so hard to like schedule with each other. But it was like, no way, man. We both said we were gonna go watch Dune. We're gonna go watch Dune, right?
We got it down.
That could have been done in one movie. Like honestly, even if it was like 2 hours 40 minutes, I don't know why they dragged it out into 2 parts. And it's interesting, like when the parts that keep going. But there's just a lot of like looking at the desert. Walking here. Yeah, you know, it was really dragging it out.
And again, I love that director. His work on Blade Runner 2049? Yeah, that one was amazing. Absolutely amazing. But, and again, Dune, very, very good. Very technically impressive and stuff, but man, that movie, slow. There was some parts that really dragged on it. We're getting a sequel though, so that's good. The worst part would have been if they didn't do a sequel.
Oh, they didn't do a sequel. It would have been like, what was that? Oh, and like it's funny too because the second movie is gonna be all the interesting parts.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you know, like
This is a big setup for something else to come later.
it was really funny though because I went and rewatched the old. I think it was what the '80s that was made or whatever. But like in that big fight at the end or whatever when what's it when Atreides is being destroyed, like the House Atreides is being attacked. They're using firearms. Or like laser guns or whatever, you know what I mean? Which is really hilarious because like they're in the newer movie they really push the blades, yeah, the swords and that, and like it was interesting because it's cool and they did have it in Dune, but like rewatching the old one, it wasn't so focused on that. I don't know, it was kind of funny. It was like, hey,
we've talked about this. I think it was more the idea that the swords is more of like the proper way to kill people, and the fact that it's shields,
an honor system. Yeah,
a little less useful.
Well, that was what was cool. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Oh, I was gonna say that was what was really cool in Old Republic when they brought up the blaster shields and all that. And then that was their excuse to bring in vibro blades, and that vibro blades are coded, and yeah, I don't know. I thought that was cool.
I don't know, like, you know what's also funny is if we were in the 360 era, we probably would have gotten some game tie-ins. A Dune game tie-in, right?
We don't get any game tie-ins
Nope.
anymore. We've talked about it, but I miss the 2000s for that. It was weird growing up in the, like, after we got out of high school, and it was like, where are all these games? Especially for the Marvel movies, and I really thought it when the new Star Wars came out, the sequels or whatever, it was like, yeah, we think we would have got a game for each of them, but nothing.
Nothing.
It was like, whoa, and then, yeah. And then I never thought about it. We talked about it, you and me or whatever, and it's really sad that like back in the day when you got a game for a movie, you knew all the voice actors would be in it.
Oh yeah,
now that's not a thing either. You know, yeah. I don't know, neat stuff.
Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man.
Always. I was telling someone, which is funny. I always hear the Andrew Garfield thing, man. Like it's so everywhere. But someone was giving me the whole spiel of Maguire's the perfect Parker. Or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yada yada. Yeah, you know, and it's like, oh, I haven't heard this opinion on the internet a million times. But anyways, I literally went into the explanation that Maguire will always be my Spider-Man because, you know, not only was he in the movies when I was like peak young child age too, but he also voice act all the games, you know.
He did say he will always be Spider-Man.
Well, he will.
And he was right.
Right.
Let's see. Something about Morbin time. Oh my god, the Sony bit on that one. Let's talk about that a sec. Hello there from Costa Rica. I'm glad you're excited about the showcase, so am I. What was this about Grounded? I want to do a Grounded stream when the game fully launches. I want to maybe drag Kevin into that. Did you play Grounded at all?
Negatives.
So it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but it's a survival game. So you build like a fort and you kill ants and stuff that are huge. It's actually really good. But I think they're fully releasing this year, and there's a full story thing on it, so that would be the time to play it. You're on Fustong, Gurnissy, and Sniper Elite 5. Good luck with that, my friend. Sniper Elite 5 is a lot of fun. Hello there, as well. And the Morbin thing. Okay, so that was so funny when, you know, Sony was like, oh, people are memeing Morbius, so obviously they want to go watch in theaters now. And then we talked about it was like, what, three tickets a theater average is what that did when they brought it back.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, dude. Sorry.
Yeah. Get stuff, Sony. Get stuff. I
got a kick out of that. See, would you explain that? Sorry.
I passionately dislike the Sony attempts to take these Spider-Man characters outside. Drives me nuts.
Well, and I looked into it, and I don't know if I saw it all right, but Morbius is what, just a Spider-Man villain? He even fought Blade at one point? Well, then why are they taking these villains and trying to make them like their own, like, really big characters? It's weird.
Funny.
Because, like, it is. Jeez, like, I don't like the Venom thing at all. And, like, I went on, and my girlfriend asked me, and she's like, why won't you even watch them? I was like, I want nothing to do with those movies. But, like, even the little bits I saw, and, like, even at the end of what, No Way Home, I get the impression they're really trying to make Venom a likable guy with Brock or whatever, and it's like, what? You know,
Well, they're
like,
trying to do a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man, so they're hoping he can be their Spider-Man, tie it all together.
Yeah.
Ugh. Damn. Just sucks. Like, Spider-Man characters shouldn't exist outside of Spider-Man. Unless it's different
There's more
Spider
than that.
people.
right?
You know, like, I'd be down for, like, you know, Spider-Girl, Spider-Gwen, Silk Spider or whatever, but, like, they're doing, like, what, Madame Web? Like, who cares about that? It's weird.
Yeah.
It's just some of the stuff I just, like, ugh. So I don't support the non-MCU Spider-Man stuff. And the funny thing is, people will go watch Venom and stuff, and it's like, you do know you're supporting Sony taking Spider-Man away from Marvel, right?
That's my main thing, is that every movie you get with Venom in it is another storyline we will never get Venom and Spider-Man. And, like, I don't buy that Spider-Man 3 was showing that Venom couldn't work. I think Venom's an awesome character, and you could really do a really neat
Raimi
thing.
didn't want Venom. He was very clear about that.
And it's so obvious in that movie. Like, I was talking with the gal when we were watching it, but the whole tone changes. It goes from the storyline with Harry, and Sandman, and then, out of nowhere, it's a totally different movie with Parker, and he's doing the Bully McGuire thing. And, like, it's funny because, like, Harry isn't in it. And then out of nowhere, they're in that coffee shop talking about MJ. You know, it is. It's just, it's so weird how it, like, transitions.
I feel bad for Raimi, because he knew what he was doing with the Spider-Man movies. And Sony, gotta be Sony, they just, like, freaking wreck everything. And it's like, you know, imagine if they would have told the story he wanted to tell. Because he said, like, he's been very clear, he does not like Venom as a character. He doesn't want to do Venom. I want him to get his Spider-Man 4. I want him to get that redemption where it's like he just nails it.
Oh, Spider-Man 4 would have been neat. They could have cared. Oh, yeah, it would have been interesting to see what he would have got with it. Because, like, who knows what Sony really wanted. Yeah, well, yeah, and then they were leading on to Spider-Man 4, and if that was successful, we could have got 5-6 movies out of that. You know,
they had it set up where they had planned 5-6 movies. They were going to introduce, like, Black Cat was going to be Anne Hathaway, and they had, like, you can go read about it. The whole thing is set up what they were going to do with it.
Oh, it's funny because that and basically Spider-Man, Blade, and X-Men were like the only really successful Marvel things that I could think of in the 2000s.
Yeah, and everyone, I always love mentioning this, everyone conveniently forgets about Blade.
Yeah,
Blade was
which is hilarious. Blade was huge. Yeah, he was. I remember my entire class, like everyone, everyone who was friends with each other, even a couple people that like didn't get along, everyone went to go see Blade Trinity.
Yeah.
You know, like, Blade was huge. Yeah.
Blade was a big deal, but, you know, conveniently in the modern era, we act as if Blade never happened, which is hilarious.
Right?
Because it was big. Like, it was a whole trilogy of, like, you know, superhero movies before superhero movies were...
as well, right? Yeah.
I always think that's just hilarious, where it's like, oh, it's the first time we've ever had characters like this, and it's like, Blade, dude!
Blade, yeah, right? Like,
he was awesome! Anyways.
Tax evasion or not, give Snipes his due.
Yeah. Oh, I like that in, what is it, The Expendables, and he's like, how did they get you? He's in jail, they're breaking him out. Tax evasion. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, it was awesome, right? Yeah.
I like those movies. I know they're not, like, the best, but there's something great about just seeing all those 80 action. Like, the greatest, one of the greatest
jokes of the greatest of, yeah.
You know, one of my greatest cinema moments was seeing, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger walking down, shooting, with Stallone beside him, and then Chuck Norris covering them with the sniper from a distance. I was like, holy. And then Harrison Ford was in that too. I was like, my god. That was like peak, you know, that, like, the 80s coming back and stuff. That was crazy. Oh no, because Bruce Willis was there too. It was Bruce Willis, Stallone, and Schwarzenegger walking down an airport shooting people with Chuck Norris covering them. That's crazy. Like,
right?
Imagine going back to the 80s and being like, oh yeah, these three dudes are gonna, like, walk down an airport shooting people, and then they're gonna get covered by, like, Chuck Norris, and be like, no way, dude.
That would have been huge, yeah, right?
No way. God, that kills me.
Just to give Blade a little more credit, and I've mentioned it before, but that's still one of my favorite bad guy interrogation lines, where he's like, "I can't tell you, I'll kill you," and he's "Mother effer, I'll kill you," you know. Like,
Oh, somebody did the math. So there's this one fun Redditor that does like crazy, like they pick random things for movies and they do like the math on it. And one of them was like the math of how much blood would have been during that blood rave scene. it's, just,
oh yeah.
it's a ludicrous
I'll
amount.
see to you.
Well,
Got
it
you,
was
dog.
perfect timing too for that like weird, edgy 2000s goth emo
Yep.
phase. I love 2000 movies when it's all leather.
Oh, so
You
much
know, like
leather.
the Matrix is so you know, it fits the bill perfectly.
The Blade movies will always be great. I'm very curious to see what they do with the new Blade character, but I feel like Marvel doesn't really have the, because under Disney, I don't think they have the tenacity
stomach?
to do a proper, you know, like R-rated
Yeah.
thing like that character needs. Case in point, Moon Knight. Case in point, be sure to like the stream, subscribe, and
He's got
create
'em.
donations. Cool. Consider becoming channel member. Yeah. Alternatively, Patreon option. Stream all the time. Too much. Yes. Alternatively, yes. There you go. I mixed up on this. And yeah, all that good stuff. Kevin's here.
Hey,
Yeah. Venom 3 gonna be amazing? No. Stop supporting the Venom thing, guys. What do I think about Avengers Endgame? It was fun.
one of the best moments in movie history in my mind.
Yeah, Fable's fun. I like Fable Anniversary. It's worth playing. I'm hoping there's a small part of me where it's like, you know, we're gonna get a Gears collection apparently this fall. A small part of me is hoping that it's a Fable collection. 'Cause I'd love to replay those games or have an excuse to replay those. Apparently they're working on a new lethal weapon. From what I understand, they're gonna do one more. And I think they keep trying with Eddie Murphy to do one more Beverly Hills Cop. I'd be down for that.
Really?
Have you watched those movies? Like the first one?
I've seen the first one.
Great,
Yeah.
great swagger and great. He really just commands that film. You know what else I really liked? I watched it a couple of years ago for the first time. Is it Dirty Harry with Clint Eastwood?
Yep, that's a
Wow.
great one.
That is
Yeah.
really good.
Oh, Clint Eastwood's awesome.
I haven't watched the other ones, but that first one I watched it I think on like Crave or something. I was like, my God, this is
They got
wow.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
That
It's
movie
another
is
old
phenomenal.
Western one.
I
Yeah,
watched that a few years ago for the first time, like as in watched the whole thing, and it was just like,
awesome.
wow, the tension in that dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
I could
right?
not like look away from the screen. I was like, oh, it's going
No, I can
down.
totally see where that older generation was all over Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
I love in his newer movies now, he's always playing the old super raunchy guy, but now he's learning to have feelings.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah. I don't know. I always got a kick out of that, you know?
See, I'd love a Gears collection as well. See, another thing is that, like, a lot of people are like, oh, we don't need a Gears collection. We don't need a Fable collection. It's like, it's not necessarily...
Yes, we
these-
do.
these
Yeah, you know,
collect-
like,
we
so-
do. But these collections aren't necessarily for console users. They're to get them on PC. You know, because on PC you can't play the Fable games.
No, you're looking at that, and you're 100% right, obviously. But if I could, I think that we should have them just to make them all relevant.
Yeah, keep them upgraded.
You
keep
know,
them talked about
yeah,
again.
and then that way you're still playing that. I think the greatest achievement of like MCC is that all those Halo games are completely relevant.
Yeah, you can play on. I can
You
jump
know.
in like nightly. I jump in and I play a match.
Yeah.
Like Halo. I played Combat Evolved.
Yeah,
20 years on, I'm playing Combat Evolved multiplayer.
right. Well, and especially for like the holy trinity of mediocrity, like COD and Battlefield and all them. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's what they really need, because we've gotten to the point where they have so many games. People like this one, people like that one. I really like 5. I'm mad with 4. So on and so forth. A lot of people really love 4. You know, they're mad with 5. And if you just throw them all into a collection, they're all playable. You can still release stuff, little microtransactions. They'll make money off it. You know, like I don't know.
I bet you at some point, like the biggest I think hurdle to like gaming collections right now is the size of the files. But once we move to more of like a cloud-oriented gaming experience, which is coming, guys, it's coming. I think the collections will be a lot easier for them to do when we don't have to worry about like how much space it takes on our hard drive.
That's funny. You think COD wouldn't care, you know? I could totally see them throw in like a 300 gigabyte game at you and be like, download it.
I think what they'll do for that one, like I think COD is just going to do little remasters of all their different games. I could see Microsoft doing that. But if they were to do a COD collection, I think it would just be the multiplayer maps. And then maybe optional campaigns if you're lucky, but I think it would just be multiplayer. And they would probably split it. It'd be like the Black Ops collection, or it would be the Modern Warfare collection, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, my issue with the remasters is it's only what's relevant enough to sell, which means that you're only going to get recent ones, and that's my thing, is that some of the older games are there, and, like, I don't know, in my mind, I can't see where there isn't relevance in, say, 2 or 3. It's just, I totally get it. You're appealing to mid-20s up.
Yeah.
Only. Right? Like, I really don't, even now with COD 2 being, what, 2004 release or 3, whatever, that, like, there's no 16-year-old now that was alive, you know, on that game. Yeah, for COD 2. Yeah, when I'm sitting there, like, 9 years old, whatever, playing it.
There were rumors a few months back that COD 1, 2, and 3 were being looked at for remasters.
See, well, that would be
Which
amazing.
is weird.
Then I know nothing what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
It's weird though, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like what you're saying is completely accurate. Why would they do those? But I don't know. I'd love, like, the thing we talk about all the time for the Game Pass releases is I hope that I'm going to be able to do a COD 3 streaming night or a COD 2 streaming night for you. And
get
stuff
on
like
those
that.
lobbies, right?
I would love that. Just one more opportunity to sit there and play COD 3 multiplayer.
100%, dude. And that's my thought or whatever with the collection, is that, well, at least then you appeal to everyone, you know?
Yeah. And Modern Warfare 2019 is already 90 gigs. Isn't it like 200 or something? Or is that Black Ops Cold War is like 250 gigs? Screw that, man. It's so big. Gears of War movie. They confirmed a Gears of War movie. Back in like the Gears E-League. Paramount has the rights to it. I don't know if they've picked a cast or something or when it's filming, but they did confirm a Gears movie like quite a few years ago. So it is something that is happening.
That's hilarious. My hope is that it's just a bunch of roided out dudes running around killing locusts, you know, like...
It could be good. I think the biggest issue that they were having as a hurdle was like it needs to have like a romance element to it. I'm like...
Because every movie does, apparently.
Yeah, you know,
yeah, I get
sells
what you mean,
movies,
yeah.
but I mean, there is a bit of a romance there between Anya.
Marcus and Anya.
Yeah. You could
And
shoot
just
more
really dive into it.
you know, Dom and his wife into it, but if you wanted to, I guess. Very
Heck, make
cool.
someone up like the Halo series.
The Halo series? Oh god. What a
Baird and
nightmare I
Cole?
live in.
That's what it needs. I always felt like there was a connection between those two.
Right?
Uh,
Like, you know, Cole's the reason Baird gets up in the morning.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I can't quit you.
Can't quit you. But the Bioshock collection, it is nice. It always goes on sale, and it's actually a pretty good package. But the thing, again, the thing is, well, I think we should be able to get 4K 120 for the Gears games. I think that's pretty reasonable. Maybe campaigns 4K 60, but I'm pretty sure the multiplayer should all be 4K 120 for Gears. I don't think that should be too hard for them to accomplish. But again, in that case, it's about the fact that, hey, if you're making Gears 6 in a few years, PC players can't play all of Gears. You know, like 2, 3, and Judgment are like, they're not playable on PC. So it's like, how do you, you know, how are you going to expect somebody on the PC platform to get into this you know, this franchise when they can't play the goddamn games in it, right?
Talking about the biggest population of gaming as well, you know.
Yeah, so it's like a bunch of people that are probably like, well, why would I care about this if I can't even play the whole thing, right? That's why a collection is needed for that. And so that we can enjoy the older ones more easily. I will revive you. I revived you a little too much in this. Marcus and Dom. I
want it. No.
You want that? Like, I never thought
Yeah, I
those
want
two
it.
were really like that. Like, I think it was pretty clear early on that like Dom was a bro, and Marcus was.
That's why Dom was able to move on from Maria so fast.
Oh yeah, he had that moment support. I thought it was his tomatoes.
It was his tomatoes, yeah.
You never play Crisis? Check out the Crisis Remastered series. It's actually pretty good. Gears 2 is sad. Not as sad as Gears 3, man. Cool train runs on whole grade. Woo! Ooh, I think Gears 2 is more shocking. Gears 3 is sad.
I guess. I don't know. The Dom thing didn't make me sad. It
Really?
Frustrated me.
We had to
No,
take a 20-minute
it was
break.
like, why? Really? I was so frustrated. I was like, why did he do that?
It was
Did I not
stupid.
just kill every single locust here? Why are you staying behind? Rig the explosive and leave with us. Like, it was such a
dumb,
bad death in
but-
my mind. It didn't bother me.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we were playing it as like a 4-man group, and we had to take a 20-minute break.
Just stare out the window for a little bit or something. No, that's awesome. Yeah.
The people needed some downtime. I was like, really? But I was like, okay. And it was unnecessary, but it was also like a suicide run.
I guess. I hate really bad deaths.
Yeah, I know. They could be really take you out of something. But I think it was more like the idea of Dom was like, okay, now I can go out on my account and like, you know, make a difference, make sure everyone gets out, and blah blah, and I don't have to deal with things. Because you could tell Dom was pretty like depressed. When you do the opening video for Gears 3 where they talk about things that have happened, he's like drinking and getting a tattoo and stuff. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I just think it'd be funny to do that skit of like, Dom, you don't have to. He's like, no, I do. It's like, no, Dom, it's okay, man. We can talk this out. He's like, yeah, you know what? All right, I'll get on. You know,
it was very easily they could have dealt with that, but it was Dom being like, oh my god, this is my this is my chance to go in.
No, you don't understand, Marcus. One of us needs to die to make the audience feel something.
It was like from Marcus's perspective though, it was really sad. Like he lost like almost everything in that game.
No, and I'd have to agree about the second one too, though. It was more shot because like
value.
Ty was like he
That
was
was
cool,
crazy.
but like
Like,
yeah,
they
it was
built that
crazy.
guy up.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, they did. He was like such a like total badass, you know. And even they comment that when he like they give him the gun and he shoots. So I was like, oh man, should have checked if he was okay first. No.
They're probably not used to the PTSD thing. Somebody just
Yeah,
took
literally.
the squad leader from me.
But, like-
Hellcat guy.
Maria was sad or whatever because it's like,
That was
oh
shocking to
man,
me.
that's this girlfriend. But yeah, it was
His
yeah,
girlfriend,
it's more
this is a
shocking.
wife?
Oh, sorry, his wife. My bad. I don't know. One and the same. No, I'm joking. But yeah, like it was sad. But I do think that's more shock value, like you're saying, because it's not like you knew this character. It was more a name you would hear every now and then. Literally, I think that's the only time you see her, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they added her to Gears 2. She wasn't in Gears 1 at all. Well, kind of mentioned, but like,
Yeah.
you know, they did a good job with that game. Gears 2 is really good. All the Gears games.
Oh,
are
that's
very,
awesome.
very well.
What I always thought was interesting is we're literally on the brink of like extinction as a species to the locusts and that, and yet there's a town in the first Gears where they literally live in the combat zone city.
Yeah.
You're telling me the locusts have never overrun that? Like that one's always confused me.
You know, maybe they just don't care.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I thought it was always funny how it's like every game was like the desperation somehow increases. Like Gears 1, I thought there was like nothing left of humanity. And then Gears 2, it's like Glass City. And then Gears 3, it's like we're on the run. I'm like, in the first Gears, they made it look like there was nothing left.
They were right, yeah.
I mean, actually, you know what? I've been coming up with the idea that we should do, like, you know, like with Halo, do the streams of the Gears games. But I'm like, I'm waiting to see if we get a collection or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't want to go and stream them and then be like, oh, well, we got to do them again in like 3 months or something. So yeah, someone's like, but it was his wife. See, Kevin, now you're getting flack for that.
Oh, I was like, but that's all there was to it. It was like, oh no, his wife. Like, bah. You know?
Is there multiplayer Gears? Yeah. Really competitive multiplayer. Really competitive multiplayer. That one is hard for people to get into because it's so hardcore. What was the numbers for Gears 4 was like 60% of players that start their first match don't play a second one. Because it's just too hardcore for people.
Really? That's so weird. That's okay. I did one match of Fortnite. I haven't played a second one. No.
Yeah. You gotta give it another chance, Kevin. The cut Darth Vader in it now.
I don't know. I just that's interesting. I see where that's an issue because you don't necessarily get new players in, but like I wonder if those people, even if the game was easier, would even still be interested.
I don't know. I really don't know on this kind of stuff because it's just like, again, you want to get new players though, right?
Yeah, well, I totally get that, right? Like, that's your goal. You want to keep making money. It's good for a player base to increase. That's where, like, I like games when they have their, like, loyal fan base. But there's always the comment of, like, well, you need to somehow make this game more inviting. Because eventually people do get bored, right?
Yep.
That will die over time, and tide kills all, right? Hey, like, yeah, you're 100% right. I'm just wondering that, like, I don't know. I'm jaded when I hear that, like, oh, what, you did bad in your first match and you're putting the game down. It's like, okay, go cry about it, you know.
It
like,
sucks to suck, but when you
yeah,
get
literally
60%
sucks
of
to
players,
suck. Yeah,
not like keeping with it, that's a problem.
yeah.
Then again,
Well, like,
it could be
come on,
worse.
I play Gears. Not everyone's amazing at it. I played a lot of people who suck. No, I'm sure.
Part of the experience. I always like to mention the one guy I used to play Gears with all the time. You know, we played it together from since the Gears 1 or whatever, and the guy he kept chainsawing, and he would get so mad and be like, well, these guys keep killing me. I'm like, it's been 10 years. Learn to use the goddamn Nasher. That's the game.
Yeah.
Stop whining about it. We don't really chat anymore. That was part of the falling out system anyways, but there was a certain point where I'm just like, dude, you've been playing this game together for a decade. Learn the goddamn game's multiplayer.
I did that to my really good buddy, and it was kind of funny. I got everyone to laugh, and I felt kind of bad about it because obviously my good buddy, but we were playing hockey all together, and he just wasn't quite figuring it out. He did get better over time. There was a little bit there where, like, he'd be in our zone, and he'd want to bring it all the way up, and we'd be like, pass it, you know, and he'd be like, no, I'm going to take it in. It's like, that's not how it works, you know, because, like, the point of hockey, you want to keep the attack as fast as you can.
Yeah.
You know, and keep constant puck movement. He just wasn't getting it. And anyways, at one point, it was like, man, learn the sport. You know, like, your first 5 games, sure, you know, but by the time, you know, we're 50, 60 games in, like, come on.
Yeah, you're just refusing. Like, you're just walking around chainsawing and using lancers, like, and then complaining. I'm like, dude, we've been playing this for a freaking decade. Like, if you do not have a grasp of how this is played now,
you're not gonna figure it out ever. No.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. And also, is there a way to kick this guy on our team that's like the leader person?
Might have to make a new squad. I think that's him just requesting leader.
Yeah, and I didn't notice and stuff, but it's like, you know, we don't work for this guy to get points.
Yeah.
You played Gears for the first time mid last year and you loved it and played the whole franchise. It's a great thing. Ain't nothing but the Nasher. It is. That's part of the experience. It does take time to get into Gears, and yes, Gears has been niche, but they always want to make Gears bigger. Same with like Halo and doing like the show and stuff. That's just what we need as a Gears show that just like emotionally traumatizes me. But they're doing a movie. They are doing a movie. It's gonna be a Universal film.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it is. You know, it was announced a long time ago. Movies get announced earlier than games do.
Yeah. No.
Oh crap.
It's so funny because like I can't disagree with you or whatever, right? You know, but like for Gears to be niche is so funny to me because like I don't know, was there no one in our age group that had an Xbox that didn't play Gears at some point? You know what I mean? Like I feel like we all
really
played
big.
Gears.
The
Yeah.
gaming has changed and grown a lot.
No, it is. Well, that's where it's quite interesting. Like with the going back to the Holy Trinity of mediocrity, that I feel kind of worried for those series moving forward. Like all it takes is one big game for it to recover, obviously, but like there's so many other options. And when I think back to it, the reason those games were the big 3 was because, well, that's really all you had, especially on console. You know.
Like Halo has never really reached the heights of like you know, like Halo 3 sold like what 15 million copies.
Yeah.
Like that's
Halo 3 might end up
insane.
being peak Halo though, right?
Like Halo Infinite, you know, 20 million players play it, but it was free.
Yeah.
Like Halo 3 sold 15
Across
million.
Yeah.
On one console platform.
Ich kümmere mich dich.
When Halo 3 came out, was that available on a computer?
No, just 360.
No? Yeah, so then thinking about it, that Infinite or whatever has that many players being free, that's also across PC, is it not? Like
Xbox One, Series X, Series S.
X,
PC,
yeah.
it's like Game Pass. Phoenix is a strong character, yeah, he is. You're pumped for Halo Season 2 reviews. I'm very excited to review the second season of Halo, the TV series. Because there's nothing I like more than getting drip-fed disappointment every week.
Oh, you know it, man.
It's so traumatizing being a Halo fan in the modern era. Like I really I wasn't huge on Halo 5, but at least it like had content. Oh man, if you would have told me that Halo 5 was gonna be like a peak Halo game, dude.
Was gonna be a yeah. That was the end of it.
Like that was Halo in its like prime, technically, I guess. Freaking hell.
Sure, there's certain games where like I kind of wish I enjoyed them more because I didn't realize that's where like certain series, not going into them, where like I would really dislike what they started doing with them.
It happens. Like you always assume
Yeah.
things are gonna be really great. Like every Halo game for multiple entries was well reviewed, well received, well played, and then you just get into this modern era and it's just like some slipping scale of insanity.
Yeah.
It's depressing. But you know, again, like 360, man, that was Xbox pumping out the good games. Like every Gears game was freaking phenomenal. Every Halo game was glorious. You know, it was, except for Judgment. Even Judgment was average. But that just shows you how good those other Gears games were. You know, the Fable games were great, and we had what happened? I think, you know, we're gonna head towards that again, though. I do. Maybe not for those franchises, but I think Xbox is gonna have those big titles again. If we ever get Starfield, am I right?
Right. I don't know. It's interesting. Don't going into it too much because, like, it's your industry. Obviously, you want these games to be successful, and that I love gaming myself, so I'd like them to be. But I really think the modern era of gaming it's more about the game looking nice than the gameplay itself. I sound old and jaded at 27 or whatever, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was personally.
Your second mistake was making sure people didn't like the stream.
Like the stream, yeah. Oh, no, that's funny.
Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Alternatively, Patreon option. Streaming all the time. Again, guys, 6 new members away without losing members to unlock the Sky Shrug emote. Shrugs. Gears movie scares you. It could be really good. You liked it. I did not like that recent Tomb Raider movie. Because they, like, tried to adapt the story from the games, which is perfect, but they changed it. Man, that drives me nuts.
I never saw that movie. It's really boring. Oh, that's bad.
You bought Dynasty Warriors 9 with my link. Thanks for doing that. I sold another Series X the other day.
Nice.
Imagine how many Series X's I would have sold if they could stop them since launch.
Right?
But yeah, I sold another Series X. I was like, right on. Because we have affiliate links, guys. I really gotta push that more out there. I try to now for newer games. I'll be like, oh yeah, on the streams and that. The affiliate link, guys. I get my kickbacks from the Xbox people. It's nice. I wish PlayStation did that too. It drives me nuts. Think of the, you know, the ones missing out there. Shrugs, not drugs. That's funny. You're scared of the quality. No, I know what you meant. I was scared by the quality, not like terror, you know. But it's gonna be a movie though from Universal, so it's gonna have a budget to it. It's not gonna be like some low quality thing. Like it's gonna have like a proper movie budget. Like, it's gonna be a feature length. It's not gonna be shoved on some streaming service. Like, it's actually gonna, you know, have that thing to it. Can you believe I'm also like, Kevin, I don't know if I've talked to you about this, but I have a Costco hot dog donation queue.
Yeah, you were saying. I think that's really interesting, right?
It's back
How
up to
big's the
3
queue?
now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was the dream, right? Eat Costco hot dogs for free?
Well, you know, you joke about it. Like, at some point, you get enough people that are doing it, you have to have, like, an Excel form.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Have I seen Stranger Things? Not the new season. I'm not doing Netflix stuff anymore. I'm no longer working with Netflix. Play Hell Let Loose. We'll stream Hell Let Loose again at some point.
Always a good time.
They do well, the streams. Like, Hell Let Loose does do well. We're not done.
Which is awesome.
So how are we doing here?
Wait, it's starting to crumble.
Ah,
Yeah. Wait, this one's really hard to hold, but you should kill them in the first 2 objectives.
yeah. A revive for you, my friend. I feel like this game kind of removed the medic class almost. I did run out of fun drink. I'm almost out of my Kraken. I'll have to go refill.
How do you cry?
Well, I bought the big 1.75 liter. It just goes on and on and on. But, like, I'm gonna have to refill it again. Well, for the first time, I guess. Technically. Usually I buy it once. Well, you know what's cool? So, you know, we talked about the Wine and Beyond store before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had baby Krakens in there. Like, little tiny, like, novelty, like, Kraken bottles. And I was like, it's so cute. It's
Yeah.
like a shot of Kraken. I always liked going to, like, parties or something, or meeting with people, and you have to bring, like, a flask or something of your drink to go. And it's just like, I think it was, I don't know if it was a party or if it was, like, with a gal at that point, but I was like, my flask was missing. I think my sister borrowed my flask back then, and then lost it. I don't even know if my flask was found.
She lost your flask, eh?
Yeah. So I had to borrow the bedazzled flask. It was hilarious. Like, gems on it and stuff. It's hilarious. I just thought that was funny. It was like, it's my bedazzled flask. Yeah. It's just always funny, the idea of just, like, bringing a big flask, like, bringing it out and just being like, ah. Oh, jeez.
Oh, it's neat. I don't know that I've ever owned a flask or whatever. My girlfriend owns one, and what was it? I think we went to the one movie and she whipped it out.
Ooh. She's always got a big flask ready for you. Have I watched Vikings? No. Do you watch Vikings, Kevin?
No, I don't know. I watched my parents watch it, and I asked my old man, what'd you think? And he was like, it got worse over time.
I don't think I've had any interest in it.
I think it was, what's it? It's supposed to be based off of them taking over Jorvik and that, when the one kid dies and they killed the father or something like that, so the Vikings went to go get revenge on the Queen of York, I believe was the storyline. They gave her the old blood eagle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I nailed that exactly, but like I've heard of that time period or whatever. There was one buddy I had that was really into Vikings and he was talking about it. I was like, oh, you're talking about like Ragnar the Red and all that. And he was like, yeah, you've seen it. And I was like, oh man, based off history. Yeah.
History. I don't know. I'm just never that intrigued by the whole Vikings thing. It feels like Vikings were, or are still maybe quite a bit in, but at the same time, like, I don't really care. But yeah, I reviewed Netflix stuff for years, and it's just so weird to be out of the loop on stuff. Like, you know, like Stranger Things. Like, I reviewed all that stuff when it came out. I reviewed all the Umbrella Academy way before it came out. And just a strange time to be in. But Netflix, they're cheap now, and they have issues. You know, is what it is.
Just tell it how it is, right?
You know, they don't want to work with me. They don't want to work with me. What did Kevin think of Kenobi?
Of Kenobi? I like it so far. It's not bad. It actually is, and I'm enjoying it. I have little itty bitty gripes, like Obi-Wan's almost a little too broken or whatever. Like I kind of always thought Obi-Wan really kept his cool, and it was more like he does explain it with like, oh, I'm gonna train Luke or whatever, but like I always thought he was just sitting there biding his time, and especially when you see old Obi-Wan, that he was so like confident still, but in this he seems really like everything has fallen. And dare I say, I'm kind of sick of that theme in shows of like every character, because something bad happened, has to be a shell of themselves. But whatever. But yeah, no, like it's still good. Yeah, Inquisitors are kind of.
It's the new Disney thing.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Well, that was it. I was talking to the guys or whatever, and I was like, I don't remember Inquisitors growing up. Like, I think that's a new thing. And then the one guy was like, oh, well, like Star Wars Rebels added them in like 2013 or something. And I'm like, yeah, but like for me,
I was
still,
kicked
that's
from the squad.
Oh no way! Why?
Probably because I kept asking to go and do like orders and stuff.
Oh, like out of the match or just the squad itself?
Just the squad.
Oh, okay. Hey, I just finished a quick thought that like 2013 for me is still relatively new on like the scale of all of Star Wars. I don't know if that's exactly when it was added, but yeah.
Yeah. The Amazing Spider-Man game? Like this, the Amazing Spider-Man game that I have sitting right here? What are the odds? Netflix is still featured on the site. Yeah, I should probably remove it at some point. I thought at some point they were going to work with me again, but I don't know. We'll see how things go. I'm a little bit more focused on doing videos at the moment. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom, so you have the show floor.
Okay.
Tell people about your love of Kenobi or whatever. I'll be back in a
My
sec.
love of
I'm gonna
Kenobi?
put on
Okay.
the Psycho Sky.
All right. Well, actually, since he's not here, just to talk about it, because like I know Sky didn't watch it, but like in the first, I think it's the first or the second episode, that Jedi runs up to him, and Obi-Wan gives him the whole like oh, the fight is lost, like go bury your lightsaber and hide or whatever, and like I don't know, it was like so. Once again, like broken Kenobi, and it's interesting to me. Like I feel like Kenobi, I don't know, it could have been written a little better, where maybe he could have told him that like maybe it's best just to hide your lightsaber. Like I don't want you to die, man. They're literally hunting us, so you know, for your life, like do this, but you know, like maybe put down the whole Jedi thing. But at the same time, I almost would have rather he preferred that, like, just stay secret, you know, that you can't be here, you're gonna get us both caught, but honestly, if you want to still be a Jedi, there are people out there who need you or something. I even think it would have been neat if like that first episode was Kenobi sneaking that guy out, instead of like when he found him hanging from the rafters or whatever there, that they finally caught him. It was like, ah, you know, like another dead Jedi. And I don't know, it would have been neat if that episode was Kenobi like, oh, they're looking for you, and then he snuck him off Tatooine, and then I don't know, literally gave him the other line of like, you know, the Jedi will never die, we're just biding our time. You know, like I think that would have been way cooler than, you know, like, oh yeah, just give it up, you know, go work at your local fast food joint, you know, never use the Force again. Like, what? And it's weird because they give off the little signals where he's like saying that, oh, I'm going to train Luke and that. So it's obvious Kenobi still has this plan of training Luke, but I don't know. There's still people to help along the way. But I'm not saying the show's bad or anything, because like once again, I have enjoyed it. You know, like it's totally watchable, way better than Book of Boba Fett. But yeah, I don't know. It is kind of neat. Hey,
It's me. The guy that streams. Anyways, they just the trademark for contraband just went through, eh?
for contraband? Oh, yeah.
So what's interesting? Well, I mean, obviously we know the game's releasing at some point down the road. But what's neat about the trademark is that this is a Microsoft-owned IP.
Oh, really?
So Microsoft is the one trademarking it. Because sometimes, like, you know, things, Microsoft allows companies to own the IP, kind of like Sunset Overdrive. But it sounds like this one is actually Microsoft-owned, which is interesting because they're applying for the trademark. So did you have fun, Kevin?
Yeah, I did. I just went on a little spiel about the. I believe I was talking about the first episode or whatever with them. So no, you haven't watched it.
Nice. Right on.
Got you, soldier.
I'm still waiting for you to give me that. Yeah, I've watched it, or I'm never gonna watch it. Just tell me. signals.
I mean, I'll watch it.
uh,
I mean, trouble's finding to watch it. You loved the wet community. I bet you did, Mark. I bet you did love the wet community pick. I was soaked. I was actually surprised there wasn't more likes on me with the big gyarados there. I thought it looked fantastic. Looked like a picture of me. Because you know in Pokemon Go, you can, like, set it up so that, you know, the Pokemon show up in the real world, and then you can take, like, a picture of that.
okay.
Yeah, so I set up so that the Gyarados was in the real world, and I took a picture of me with the giant Gyarados, with the giant fish thing.
Yeah.
It was on Instagram. No, that's the big photo on there. Put it on the community tab today. A lot of people don't get that, you know, you might think that I'm on Instagram posting for, like, you know, people I know and stuff, but it's just because, you know, I'm just taking the photos for YouTube, so I just throw them on Instagram because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. So, Operation Metro, eh?
Absolutely. Want to talk about competitiveness in games? It drives me nuts when we can't take this point. Albeit this lobby is like half dead, which is really sad to see. But
Really? A Metro lobby is half dead?
that's what I'm saying. That's so weird. Like, literally people refreshing so that you can get the next Metro match.
You know, I know you love this one and stuff, but it's like, it is definitely the least popular of the modern battlefields.
No, it absolutely is. It was the. I think it was the least popular when it was running. That's where I was. I was arguing the whole time, and you know, yada yada. This game's great. That's where like, yeah. Once again with the 2042, it was like, oh, you're doing this again? Pfft, like, fuck yeah, you know, for real. Like seriously. But yeah, I don't know. I like this game. I just wish they marketed it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because I don't mind 4. It's just it bothers me that is so the undisputed favorite Battlefield, because in my mind I kind of like 1 better. I think 1's the best out of them all myself. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, the Battlefield 4 streams always do well. Gotta do that again at
Yeah.
some point.
Everyone loves 4.
You should
You know,
download Battlefield 3 there. That one we can do streams on.
Battlefield 3 is really fun.
It feels so empty though because of the smaller player counts.
Yeah.
That's my
Oh,
big
what's
issue.
it? Isn't it like
It's
32-man lobbies?
Yeah, it gets insanely boring playing these maps. Where it's like, I've played this with more people.
Yeah.
I know people don't like that. That's why we haven't done Battlefield 3 in a bit, but it's just so boring. Battlefield Modern Warfare 2 reveal soon? Yeah, it is. Make YouTube shorts? I really don't want to. Like, I really, really don't want to, but might do some more at some point, because I think those are a big thing right now, is the shorts. Have you noticed that, like, on all the social media networks? Like, Instagram pushes the reels, Facebook is pushing their shorts, YouTube's doing their shorts. They're all trying to get in on that TikTok craze, right? It's interesting.
Some of the shorts are interesting or whatever, but like I guess it's the stuff I watch or whatever, because it's like, oh, did you know the A10 Warthog, yada yada yada, you know.
It's catered to you, but I'm just like, what would I even do for the shorts? I don't even know. I don't know if I have interest in doing that kind of stuff, because you have to do like a special video thing for it and everything. And
my one buddy was joking because in the group chat they sent a TikTok of this gal, cute, obviously why they sent her or whatever, doing a dance. My one buddy was laughing because it's like the worst TikTok dances you've ever seen. You know, like, yeah, right. And the one guy was joking that, like, I swear, like when all these people go out to the clubs, I bet if you go out to the clubs, that's how people dance now. The younger generation, you know, like.
It makes sense, you know, that's kind of how that mirrors. And then it's, what else was that? I was, you know, when I was doing the rain thing with the Pokemon Go, there was like a group of young gals with this like older guy, but they were doing like dances under a gazebo during the hail and stuff. I think they were doing TikTok things.
Oh, really?
I think. I don't know. But I was just like, it is like, well, it wasn't hailing, sorry, that day. It was just like torrential downpour like crazy. And they were just like under the gazebo doing like dances while I'm out there soaking, doing the Pokemon catches.
That's funny.
Well,
Well, what was it? My gal was going on about how like there's like all these songs or whatever, I guess, now that have become big because they made it on TikTok. That's literally how you can get your tunes out there. Yeah, like, man, I am so out of touch with the times, you know, like.
Well, it's just like it's a smaller form YouTube essentially, right?
Yeah.
People with the low or the short attention spans and stuff, they're all over that.
Isn't that funny though? That like with Vine, all these people are like, this would never kick off, and what they had, yeah, too ahead of its time for real.
Will I be reviewing the Quarry? Hopefully. I gotta put in my request after the stream's done. Assassin's Creed Origins and Chorvis now on Game Pass. I need to do a stream of Chorvis. I'd like to. It's been sitting there for a while. It's a good time for me to do it now, but that's on the queue. I think, what do we say? The 2042 updates tomorrow, so maybe we'll do that. But I wanted to do, there's also a Dead by Daylight new character, so I want to do a stream of that as well. And I'm coordinating like maybe a sponsored stream coming up, so we have to pick a game that's more popular, and there's all this stuff to do.
Heads up! Grenade out!
Yeah, well, you know, I stream so many different things, and then when you go and you try to attract the sponsorships, there's all these things where it's like, oh, some of these streams don't do as well as other stuff, and it's like, well, streaming daily, so it's like, you know, some nights are not going to be as popular as other nights.
Yeah.
Sunday to Monday. Monday to Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. I've always thought when you talk about like reviews that the weekend's got to be the best.
Yeah, Fry Sat and Sat Sun, those are the big days. But you know, during the middle of the week, you know, you never. Some days are pretty good. It depends on what you're doing, and you know, you play something a little bit weird, and it's like, you're like, oh, but your views they fluctuate. It's just like, oh, for God's sakes, like, come on. Streaming like things that are ancient. Some of them are, you know, blah 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 and all that, but whatever. And are we just not even gonna touch the?
No. Yeah. We have 17 people that are 22, and no one's pushing. Brutal.
All these, yeah, there's a lot of games with title updates this week. Remember when we were doing, what was it? The shooters. There was a shooter week. Like Insurgency got an update, Hell Let Loose got an update, like everything.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I ended up streaming with you like 4 or 5 days that week or whatever. You were joking I was putting in overtime or whatever.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, all the stuff that was releasing. But sometimes awesome. It just like all coordinates, and this week there seems like a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Man,
okay, so wait, I feel like I'm missing it. So what? It's 2042. I know that. And what else is getting an update?
Dead by Daylight. There's a new character coming out.
Okay.
That's like a
how's that doing? I had major hype, and then I just kind of haven't heard about it.
It's still huge. Stream-wise,
it's still huge, yeah?
so-so, but like, you know, it's a big game. I think they've got 50 million plus. They got like tons of. I think the mobile game plus or something like that.
One of those quiet giants sort of thing.
It's a big deal. Remember when the front of this map used to be like an open fielded courtyard, and then you would fight into the metro?
Yeah.
It was like Battlefield 3.
Yeah, Battlefield 3. Yeah, it was that big open courtyard, and then when you won it, once it got another hole that went into the ground.
Yeah. AC Origins video did well. Yeah, the videos did very well for AC Origins. I've been very, very happy with the performance on that stuff. Very, very happy with it. I did get like a copyright claim on my second though, the second stream, which pissed me off. It was
really
a cover, like one of the songs was identified as like a cover of another song, and they claimed copyright on it. I was like, this.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing like a 20-second song, and you get like copyright claimed in like 3 hours. The YouTube system's such a joke. Such a joke. Because you know they just make money, like bank off of that stuff. Because they claim everything they can. It's greed. But I mean, if they get away with it, right? I threatened the one company that claimed... actually, I think it was the video we did. the Elder Scrolls. Was it Oblivion? Did we do or did we do Oblivion together?
Yeah, we did Oblivion and Morrowind.
Yeah, somebody did a copyright claim on that like a couple weeks ago for music.
What? But
Yeah.
you only have the Oblivion songs.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So what'd you say to them?
Well, I threatened them. I'm like, well, I have full permission from Microsoft to do this. If you don't
Yeah.
have the claim, you'll be hearing from their lawyers. Because I've done this before, guys. Microsoft
So-
lawyers don't mess around.
Oh, and it was YouTube that did the copy. That's so weird. Why would they do that? Like, that's the funny thing is I could see for like.
Because they think
I
they can
don't
get
know,
away
so-
with it.
Yeah.
And there's
That's
no,
so cheese, man.
See, the thing is, it's like, if I counterclaim and I get it wrong, I get in trouble. I can get really penalized. They can really, like, destroy your YouTube channel, essentially. But, like, if you do
Yeah.
false claims, there's no... Like, there's no sort of liability. There's nothing on that.
Oh, that's just the double standard of companies, right?
Oh, and the Minecraft updates tomorrow, too. Yep, Minecraft update.
I always love that joke that like a refund and something can take like 3-4 days, but they'll take the money out of your account instantly.
Instantly, yep.
But sorry, what I was gonna get at was that that's actually really stupid to me. Is that it makes sense if someone's written a song, but it's funny that if you write a song and then you give that game permission to use that song, and then someone then plays your game, should you not like? I don't know. I think
should be
that
an issue.
personally, to me, yeah, it should be an issue or whatever. But I'm
Technically,
just
when you pay for a game or product, you pay to have license to experience and share what you're
yeah.
getting. And, it's just a mess.
And most games don't even play the full song. You'll
No.
usually get like a
Bits
couple
of it
lines or
and
two.
stuff.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, I'm just sitting there thinking that's so dumb for Oblivion. Is that like do 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 do
Yeah,
do
it was
do?
the dumbest thing. And
That's
it was like some
copyrighted?
third party.
Like,
and I was
yeah.
just like, no, as soon as I saw
Sorry.
it, I was like, oh no, I'm not dealing with that. I'm like, hell's
Sorry.
no. That was a quick counterclaim where I'm like, you guys, get stuffed if you do this, and they dropped the claim right away. I was like,
Nice.
because I know for that kind of stuff that I have the
Yeah.
permission to do that kind of thing.
So, what's a third party? Like literally, like it's not Bethesda or Microsoft or what?
It's another company that has like the okay from some artist or something to claim stuff on their behalf or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scum.
The copyright claim itself, that just ensures you don't make money off it. That's
Yeah.
all that is, right? Yeah, okay.
Basically. And then when you counterclaim, it goes to escrow and all that other stuff. The Minecraft update, they're making it out to be a big update, but it really isn't huge. I'll have something special for that in the morning, so keep your eyes out for that. Should I stream Bugsnax? I finished Bugsnax. I did a stream the whole game. Is Kevin going to stream while I'm gone to the showcase? I think Kevin's just gonna... Are you gonna even watch the showcase, or are you like...
I'll watch it with you.
You're gonna watch it the first time? That's funny. Because, like, obviously, like, I want to have Kevin in, we're gonna talk about it afterwards, but... Your buddies and you're not gonna, like, do a big thing for it?
Negative. Never have.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Most people I know, they make, like, a big day out of it.
Really? I don't know, man. Maybe I could get hyped for it.
Usually you sit there in a party chat, you put it on, and you have a beer, and you just...
Really?
Yeah, it's like a big thing that people do.
No, sure, why not? Like, I'm not dunking on anyone if that's your pastime. I just have never even considered that, I never even knew about that. This was like, I think it was 2016. I had a cousin come over, and nice guy, a little on, dare I say, the nerdier side. But, sorry. Yeah, I don't think that's too mean, is it? Anyways, we're sitting there playing a bunch of games or whatever, and he was talking about how he's like so excited for the next E3, and he's like, "Did you watch the last one?" And I was like, "E3."
What's
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before.
It's more of an industry thing, though. Like, the fans have kind of claimed it almost, but
Yeah.
like it was a trade show.
I think you could talk to him about certain things. I don't know. It's almost, dare I say, a little more stuck up than you when it comes to it. Like, I was playing Star Trek online, because,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, the ground combat sucks, but the space stuff is really cool. You know, when you get your own ship of that. Like, me and my old man were sharing an account.
StarCraft Online.
I'm helping you.
Yeah.
No, Star Trek.
Oh, yeah, no, Star Trek,
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
right,
so
right. Star
sorry,
Trek
sorry.
Online. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
we're both on the same board talking about this.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that
Ground
game
combat
or whatever.
sucks.
Ground combat sucks. It's stupid. I like that you can walk around, because like that's what killed Elite Dangerous for me. Is you never leave the ship. You are your ship, and that sucks.
They were supposed
So,
to be
like,
ground stuff. And then...
Yeah. But like at space exploration to me is space itself and like space stations and
It's
planet
not worth it,
exploration.
Kevin. That's fun. That's funny. It's never worth it. But it's
Never
like,
worth it.
I don't know. I enjoy watching the show. It's like a concert. You just sit there and you kind of take in the new releases or announcements and get all excited about it. For me, it's a big thing.
That's fun. No, why not? Yeah, I never really considered that. And to finish my little Star Trek story, he was looking at the game or whatever, and he was like, "Why are you playing this? The graphics suck." And I was like, "Because it's fun." You know, so...
No, Kevin. It's not about being fun. Yeah, I usually turn off the music for stuff, but like, you know, Microsoft games, it's usually pretty. They do a good job of making sure all that stuff's available. GoldenEye. Yeah, I'm excited for GoldenEye remake.
Should be cool.
It's a coming. It's a happening. I told you, Kevin, it was happening in January. It's coming.
Right.
The achievements are up on the Xbox.com website. They track your kills and stuff. It's coming. I bet it's gonna be on Game Pass and stuff too. It's gonna be sick.
Oh, please tell me you take this.
I'm fighting for it right now.
I know you are. I'm proud of you.
Oh. Wouldn't that be exciting though to be like watching the show and it's like you see the GoldenEye, like the Bond circles going across the screen and it's like dun and GoldenEye's like, oh, it's fun. Same with like you know, seeing Fable getting revealed. And are you in my squad?
Wow, I'm not.
Dude, no wonder we
What
haven't
squad
been
did you end up in?
doing anything.
Right.
Holy.
There we go.
Struggling because we're not really spawning on each other. Oh, we got close there a second ago.
Oh, this is so sad.
This is just like a waste of the Metro.
When I would play this game like 24/7, I got really good at blitzing up this side we're going. And like, yeah. Take this map. Frustrating. Not hard to win. This map at least. As a tab.
I've seen some teams hold off on this.
It does, but like, I don't know, man.
GoldenEye Reloaded again? Dude. A Star Trek game like Mass Effect 2 would be great. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. First Blade movie. First Blade movie. Am I gonna do season 1 of 2042? I mean, maybe if it's updated tomorrow. I had the idea of doing like a Minecraft stream because of the Wild update, but it's like too many game options. Because, you know, Dead by Daylight, but I think I would do a 2042 stream because I think that would be something people would be like, oh, this game, and blah, 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 and put their eyeballs on it. Why can't games spread things out, you know, Kevin? Why
Right?
on the same day.
They all come out at once.
Yeah, it could be
That
so
was
small.
crazy when the big three came out and like how close they all came out at the
God,
same
it's like
time.
one after one
Right.
after one. I was like, we didn't even get any time to like properly, fully take advantage of streaming like COD or Battlefield or Halo because it was just
Yeah.
the blend over.
I'll fix you, soldier.
If anything, Halo Infinite kind of cannibalized the Battlefield stuff. But I don't know why Microsoft did that. Like, they had the marketing on
Which is
Battlefield,
weird, right?
They just
Yeah.
cannibalized their own marketing. It made no sense at all. I wonder if Xbox is going to keep the marketing on Battlefield going forward, or if they're just going to focus on COD. And if PlayStation will end up with the marketing for Battlefield again. How has Kevin been as of late?
Really good. Always the same issue when all my favorite sports end. There's kind of a void of personality with me. I need more hobbies. Well, no, that and football too. Like I'm just looking really forward to the next NFL season. I don't know. CFL. Oh, it's so boring. Sorry, but
Faster, dude.
yeah. I don't know. It's been a good summer. I'm trying to go outdoor airsoftting because it's really nice out.
Outdoor airsofting.
Yeah, it's what I've really been looking forward to. I wanted to like go out and buy like a full like BDU woodland camo and everything, but then I was looking at it and like
Got accessorized for the outdoors.
well, that was my issue. Was like some of the guys that I was playing with, like the one guy who was really got me into it. He has way too much of the stuff, you know, or whatever. And it makes sense for outdoors because like the fields are obviously way bigger. If you have a radio set, you could communicate. Camo to me outdoors makes sense because that's why you wear camo. But when you go inside, like I do, I have kind of the vest and like a green shirt and then my BDU pants, but like it's more for because pockets. I love pockets. Yeah, it was really interesting with the camo or whatever, because at first I kind of wanted to get like almost like a full uniform look like my one buddy, but then looking into it, it's kind of cheesy. At what point are you not just airsofting, but you're like LARPing?
You are.
You know,
you're millisimming, Kevin.
Yeah, well, it is. You know, and I don't know. Like, I don't mind certain things. Like, there was one ex-military guy, because I was reading up a lot on it, and he was like, well, if you're gonna like simulate a firefight, he'll figure you're gonna want to bring like pouches and stuff that would help you in a simulated firefight. I'm not saying airsoft is just like it, but you know what I mean. Anyways, you're running around shooting BBs at each other. But yeah, like I don't know, there is kind of a cheesy point where some guy walks in and he's like, oh, I'm dressed full GSG 9 or whatever, and it's like, oh man, cringe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Passion, Kevin. You're cringe.
Oh, it's so. Oh, yeah. But going outdoors, dressing up makes sense to be more for outdoors because at least you're hiding in a bush.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. Yeah.
Have I watched Strange New Worlds? I have watched a bit of it, and yeah, it is more like classic Star Trek. Although my favorite, like classic Star Trek, is Lower Decks. So good. Lower Decks is so good. That should be starting up soon. But I think the Orville
That's
does
when
Star Trek
I
better than Star Trek does.
Those are actually two shows I'd like to check out, just because of your description of them or whatever.
This is so good.
Yeah.
But like again,
I want
Strange
some
New
Star
Worlds,
Trek that's not doom and gloom. Oh, sorry.
that is you should maybe take a look at Strange New Worlds because it's Pike, so it's like a prequel to.
Oh, it's Pike. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But it's actually about exploration. It's not all.
You know, actually, yeah.
It's not sad and depressing like all the other Star Trek stuff is.
That's all I want. Like, yeah.
The Picard
And the Picard
is so
series,
weird.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Literally in that one episode, they have Picard talk about how Starfleet betrayed everyone, and Starfleet wasn't Starfleet that day. And I was like, what? You know, like this whole like hopeful story of us coming out of the Cold War, and as a civilization and species actually getting along, and you know, now we're actually out making friends in the universe and trying to help people, and now you're gonna break it down for some drama to know everything's collapsing. Is that all that is? It's just, it's so not Star Trek.
So they jump,
you
like,
know.
I think is it 900 years in the future, and the Federation is disbanded. It's destroyed.
Right? Like, well, then what was the point? You know, like
Earth isn't even part of Starfleet in that show.
Really? And I just,
yeah,
who wants
Earth
to see
closed
that?
itself off. I don't know. It
man.
ruins what Star Trek is.
It is, yeah, it is. It honestly is a hopeful story, and when it came out, it was really refreshing. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah.
So depressing.
Yeah, leave depression and that to like Star Wars and I don't know other
stuff.
There's so many other space things where everything's at the brinks. Like I think it's really niche now, but like Battlestar Galactica, literally like the human species is being eliminated, yada yada. Like Star Wars, the whole theme of it, it's not with Earth obviously, but it's constant. All the Jedi are dead, or this war, that, and
Yeah,
so on and so forth, right?
Star Trek is supposed to be about the excitement of exploration.
And of it, yeah, and yeah. And honest, I always thought that out of all the realities presented, Star Trek would be the best to live in.
It's no interesting.
You know, yeah.
To get to explore. I think you'd like the Orville though, and apparently the new season dropped, and I did not know about this.
I think I've seen it advertised on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
It's
for
funny
it
that it's
because,
so.
It's been years since last season, like years and years.
And we went into the metro, and there was much rejoice. Yay!
Finally into the metro. Freaking hell! I felt like we were getting clobbered out there for like 20 minutes. Or
That was sad. Like,
do people join? Is that why we were finally able to like break through or something?
I think more of these people left, if anything. Like it's 20 to 19.
Damn.
That's crazy. I also thought this lobby would fill up.
Yeah, usually.
You know, halfway
metro is
through.
full.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is this game doing the hurt lately?
I just
It is ancient.
stream-wise,
Comparatively.
it's just never does well. It's just one where I'm kind of like, really, you want to do this? Because it just it doesn't
Yeah.
do well.
Well, this has been eye-opening to me, sir. No.
I got ya.
Like Battlefield 1 does good, 4 does good, Hardline even does
Yeah.
good.
This one doesn't do well.
This
eh?
one just like people do not care about this one. They
It's a
should
shame.
care about liking the stream.
It's on the stream, yeah. Like, it's,
Yeah, subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Alternatively, Patreon option. Streaming all the time, lots of fun. Like, I haven't even hit 100 likes yet, Kevin. Could have sat there
Really?
and see Origins
Aw.
and stuff. And,
well,
Battlefield 5. He's hanging on to the V for life, but
alright.
yeah.
We have now taken objective Baker.
It is a good time for me to experiment with different titlings. I put Series X first in the name of the stream to see what
Yeah.
kind of impact.
Are you still
that
doing the
has.
PlayStation thing?
Oh, sometimes I throw that in. I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm doing
okay.
that. On
I
this
just like
one.
listening to people squirm in the comments, man. Like, that's what's up. You know, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think this one had it. I play around with some of the naming and stuff a little bit. Lower Decks is class. Lower Decks is so good. My day was pretty average, Larry. I think I answered that. I don't know, whatever. But like,
You know what? Say in the chat, Laurie, how was your day? I hope it was good. Sorry.
you just 360 that. Ugh.
I refuse to lose Baker.
Oh, good luck. Isn't Baker the easy one to take? Oh, no, A's the easy
I'm
one
still.
to take.
Yeah.
Complete squad wipe? Why can't I spawn on A? Are we losing A? There we go.
We are losing objective Able.
Objective able. I like objective apples.
Objective apples. Yeah, that was awesome in Battlefield 1.
Have this grenade.
I think I've talked about this a billion times, but I wanted to like Battlefield 5 more because it's World War II and it's cooler to me. But Battlefield 1 is so good.
Yeah, I always say they're
Environment-wise
the
and like
same
the
game.
voices and
But
yeah.
the more we stream this, the more I realize Battlefield 1 is just much
Yeah.
better experience.
Well, I do think this is some of my favorite gunplay and movement in a game. It's got everything,
so
and I know you're, yeah. Well, just the. Actually, I think it's more the movement itself of like that I can lie on my back, roll 360, crouch running, cheesy little things like that. You know, I kind of almost think all the shooters should be at that point now.
I don't like what they did to the medic class in the notes.
No?
Well, they basically made the medic class useless with the way revives and
I
stuff
got you.
handled.
That's interesting.
'Cause that's the role I usually do, and I felt like this game completely had necessity for it.
Did you prefer just the syringe or the
I love the
defibrillator? Alright.
Actually display the platform I'm playing? Oh yeah, well, you know, let people know what's up. So they can see things. Oh yeah, I guess a lot of streamers just like play, just have the game as a title. I feel like there'd be too much competition when you do that. You gotta get more niche about it.
Alright.
Yeah. Or would that make it more attractive to people just having it?
Ooh.
Nah, I hit a niche. I go for it, it works.
Yeah.
I had really good streams. Battlefront streams did it all yesterday.
Did it? That's good.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more impressive Battlefront streaming times I've had, actually.
I was worried about that, you know, because, like, I was like, I like streaming with you, but I was kind of like the idea that maybe I could come and help a little bit. Not that you need help. You know, that, like, I don't know. But I've noticed there's been a couple streams I've been on with you that weren't so great, and then a couple streams you've done by yourself that were really good, and I was like, oh no, is it me?
Is it good?
Or is it just the games I choose? You know, like, yeah.
That's
Some of it is just the games, yeah.
Except for this one. No, like, your Hell Let Loose always does well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is true, yeah.
you've held on to that one, it always does good. What else do you usually pick?
Enlisted I pick a lot.
Listed is like hit or miss. Sometimes it does really, really good. Sometimes not. So many factors to this stuff too.
Yeah.
Laurie's day was riveting apparently. And Laurie, thanks you for asking.
We have taken the sector.
You're welcome, Laurie, and it better be riveting. I'd be disappointed to hear it was anything less than spectacular.
Excellent. I
There you
think
go.
we're gonna have like a missile strike if we get to the last spot.
Ooh.
We're at 24,000, so I think we're getting it. Yeah, we got it.
The sector is now secure.
So we pumped. This is.
I always
the
love doing that to my buddies too. Like, it's not just you, Laurie, but like my friends and that will come on and I'll be like, you better have had a better day, blankety blank blank. Yeah, like this.
What I thought. Ow. What a death. God, I can't believe how crazy of a week this is going to be. Insurgency. Sometimes Insurgency does really well. Recently, it's been not doing as well, so I'm a little worried about Insurgency. Because I like playing that one.
Yeah, it's a great game. Right.
Because we do that even when we're not streaming, we go play that one.
Yeah.
That one's really fun. You've been doing a lot of Sea of Thieves. It makes me want to do a Sea of Thieves stream again. Always happens when I play that.
It's
Always.
fun. They're almost too into it lately though, because we had a couple guys in the group that are really good at the game, but they'd never really played it before, and I was telling them that no, it's a good time, you know. But
Yeah.
like I thought it would be like, oh, we would hop on and play a little bit of that, and then we would do a little Hell at least, or a little DayZ, but they've like totally gotten into Sea of Thieves.
That's all you guys have been doing.
Yeah, and it's fun. But I don't know. I always thought there was a lack of like a goal in it, you know, because like you only really
It's just your mindless.
buy. Yeah, you are right, and like you can buy skins and stuff like that, but there's nothing that makes you better.
Yeah,
if
you're,
you will.
there's not, like, you're not doing the story stuff. Usually.
For yeah,
You're just kind of going in. That's the thing though. That some people love that gameplay loop of that open-endness, like. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
where you don't have
definitely it's definitely different because like we would do a bunch of skeleton forts, like especially today, and we would get all this loot, and then I would see a ship, because my favorite, I like loot that I acquired from other people 10 times more than the AI. Like, even if I get one chest from sinking a ship, it's like, yar, matey, ha 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 ha, I stole it. You know, yeah, like, I totally feel like a pirate if I could sink your ship and take your stuff. But these guys or whatever, I see the ship after we do the skeleton fort, and I'm like, let's go hit the ship. And they're like, oh no, we have so much loot, and I'm joking that, like, no, let's go hit the ship, you know, like, you guys will fight, think how much harder you guys will fight if we have a bunch of loot on us. You know, like, you're gonna do extra good not to lose it, but they really didn't want to, and I didn't have the heart to tell them that, like, I don't care about this loot at all, I don't care about selling it, I just want to go sink that ship, you know, like...
Well, it depends on the player you're playing with, where it's like, you know, like I said, when I play that game, I do not play it very, like, professionally or intensely. I just mess around.
Yeah.
But when you do get a lot of items that you work towards, you tend to want to hold on to that. What time is it? It's like 3 here. Again, it never happened. What I was saying was, it gives me wanting to play that game again, because we talked about doing a stream of of Sea of Thieves around when last year around this time when they did
Yeah,
the
we haven't talked about
big update, right? It was something we wanted to do was get a 4-man ship thing going on and have everybody mic'd up, but obviously we can't do that now. Maybe I'll talk to Joel and see if he wants to jump in on it. We can do like a 3-person thing or something. That might be fun. Have we had both of you on a stream, or is it? I think it's just separate. Oh no, we did. We do Among Us? No, that was my sister was there. I think Joel was on that one. I gotta message Joel about some stuff, I guess. Anyways. Yeah, are we ever gonna do a blood hunt stream? What's blood hunt? Like the vampire, the PS5 Battle Royale vampire game? Kevin doesn't have a PlayStation, so we won't be doing a stream of that one. I think that's what blood hunt is. Maiha would be proud of Kevin. Maiha always misses Kevin. As in, like, he's never here when we have Kevin on the stream, which is funny. He always asks
that's
Kevin.
funny.
Although I think he's been coming around on
such
me,
a
though.
fan, I almost don't know what to do with it. Though. So it's like, oh, okay.
Comes in, he's like, oh, look at this handsome guy again. I'm like, oh, Maiha, too nice.
Alright.
Yeah. Used to just be here for Kevin, but yeah. Yeah, we can't do an artillery strike. We don't have, I can only do smoke attacks and can't.
Yeah, there's nothing to this map.
Good spawn, Kevin. Did you see that guy right there to your right? Yeah,
Yes, sir, he's dead.
Well, let's take this. Should I call it a smoke strike?
Please provide a smoke barrage. We need one urgently.
How did you know I was there? Oh, blood. Yeah, Kevin doesn't have the PlayStation, so we can't do that on that one, but... Yeah, I don't... Like, I should have maybe done a stream when it first came out, but I don't really... I didn't like that one enough to really want to play it more. Like, if it comes to Xbox, we'll probably do, like, a stream or something on it, and I'll do another review of it, but... So Kevin, think Battle Royale, but you're vampires, and that's all that is.
You're telling me about that one. Isn't that one new?
Yeah, it is new. It came out a month or two now. I think it's a month or two old. I don't know. Time goes together when you get old. But it's like, yeah, it wasn't, like, I wasn't blown away by it. It was just kind of like, okay, cool, this exists. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. It was actually okay and alright, but it was just like, okay. It felt really late, you know? Like, random to do that, like a Battle Royale at this point. Like, it just felt like it came out late. I don't know. It just wasn't, like... It's neat, but I wasn't like, oh, I want to play this all the time. You know, that's kind of how that went. It happens. I would like to do maybe see if these in the stream would be fun. I'll chat with you all. We'll see if we can get this set up or something.
No, that would be neat. Get jumped by a kraken.
Oh yeah.
Did I ever tell you? I think this is the right word for it. Phobia, irrational fear, right? No reason to be scared of it, but you are. Yeah, I have a really weird phobia with like open water, and like it's really like stupid, right? Because it's a video game. Like you are in no danger at all. It is so irrational. But like when the Megalodon comes out, I love it. It freaks me out, dude. Oh, it does. I don't know. Like if past lives are a real thing, I think I was eaten by a shark, dude. Yeah. Oh, the shark comes out of the water and it does the cheesy jaws, dut, 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 dut. But when I look at it and it's like opening its mouth, like half out of the water coming at me, I get that like pit feeling in your stomach of like the drop, and it's like, ugh, you know, like.
Don't play Jaws.
Yeah. No, it's funny too because it's not like
don't watch Jaws.
Well, it's funny because like it doesn't freak me out bad enough that like it's unplayable. I almost go out of my way to watch it try eat me because it's I get more of a rush out of that than horror movies, which I think is just absolutely hilarious. But
perfect tension for you.
My girlfriend's just like laughing in the back too because like I was kind of wigging out a little bit when the Megalodon came out. I was like, ah!
That is fascinating.
Yeah, it is, right? And like it's funny too, because like you can totally see what I'm getting at. Like it's there's no reason at all to have that feeling.
like it's neat. Like, you know, in real life,
Yeah.
I hate heights. Terrified of heights.
Yeah.
Like, I can do heights if I need to, because, you know, like, I'm one of those people, like, if I need to do something, I just do something, but, like, in a video
Which
game,
is the right way to
don't
be.
give a damn.
But yeah. Yeah.
I just, like, you know, like, I'll jump off a building, I'll go onto, like, a rooftop, I'll be like, whatever. Do you like
Oh,
the
that's
review on the Blood Hunt? Oh, thanks. Waiting on the Vampire the Masquerade review. Still gotta work on that. Don't play Subnautica, Kevin? Weren't you
Oh, is that all that
Subnautica?
game is?
No, maybe not you. Someone else was. Yeah, it's an open. It's a survival game, but it's just it's just open sea. It's a sea world.
Yeah, we won. Okay.
We'll do one more match.
Okay.
Do do do.
Winning on this map might be one of my top 20 favorite things in my
It was a
life.
hard
was
fought
tough.
battle.
I didn't think we'd get it right.
Hard fought battle. I'm actually really surprised more people weren't excited about that Rainbow Six.
So wait, Rainbow Six 3?
Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Going real in the style.
I played a little bit of the very first Rainbow Six, and we got it for the computer. And I didn't play it online really. And I like asked my old man when I was a kid, like, hey, or like, why don't we play that one online? He was like, no, because like people just like they know what corners and rooms you should go into, and they'll just shoot you when you go in there. And then it was really hilarious when I remembered that randomly, because I'm sitting there playing Siege and was like, Rainbow Six hasn't changed at all. You know?
How's though?
Oh no, it 100% has. Like, I'm not saying it's the exact same gameplay or anything, but just
like,
the joke of
the gist of the multiplayer setup. But like, I was
Yeah.
playing 3 today. Like, I did Black Arrow, and I didn't realize that Black Arrow was like a completely different game from the third one. So there's like Rainbow Six 3 and Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow are like completely different games.
Okay, I didn't know that either. Yeah.
I thought it was just an expansion. I was like, okay, well, I won't play the third one. I'll just play Black Arrow, but they're completely different games. And, you know, the thing was, I was playing today, and I was like, oh my god, like, this actually feels like a Rainbow Six game. And it plays the same and looks kind of the same as Vegas does. But when you play Siege, Siege doesn't actually play anything like a Rainbow Six game anymore. Nothing like it.
No, I'd have to agree. It's completely different.
Like, I think the identity of what a Rainbow Six game was is gone now.
I'd have to agree, because it's interesting. Because like with Siege, and it's funny because it's kind of lost that feel too. Because I guess I don't know. More of the original concept I got from Siege was it's about counter-terrorism.
Find a Vizier lobby.
Yeah, let's do it. This is
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I love
Alright.
music.
You know.
Bum,
Sorry,
bum,
but
bum,
yeah, with like Siege, like I don't know, the concept of it with like it's like agencies working against counterterrorism, which I guess you could say is still the theme of Siege, but now it's more like all these different like experimental agencies or something like that, like practicing against each other to be the best. And yeah, it is. It's really different. I get what you mean, because like when you look at the other Rainbow Sixes, and especially Vegas or whatever, from like where you're moving from like building to building,
Much
you
more
know, and you're using like the snake wire and everything to look under doorways before you go, and yeah, I don't know.
Phil wants
quite a bit different.
wants a Vegas stream and put my face on one of the characters. You can't do the multiplayer anymore on Vegas, sadly. Otherwise, I would do stream of that. Maybe the campaign. I don't know if you could even do the co-op on that anymore. Your gal says, no, please do, she'll die laughing. Is that in reference to Sea of Thieves or a different point?
She might be joking about the Subnautica.
Oh,
one?
Subnautica.
Yeah.
It's on Game Pass, Kevin. Enjoy
Yeah.
the open waters.
Right? Oh, that's cheese.
Let's think about no true horror films. I'd say there are really good horror films still. We've actually had a bit of a renaissance of horror films.
You know it a lot better than me. I always thought, one, horror is poorly written for the most part, and two, they're all jump scares for the most part. but I don't watch enough movies to really say that.
There's
know,
actually been some
confidently.
really great horror films
Yeah.
in the modern era. Like really, really.
It seems
well
like
done ones.
the slashers have really made a comeback out of nowhere.
Slashers, yeah. But like,
Yeah.
I guess technically Ready or Not is quite gory, but that movie is phenomenal survival horror.
Hmm.
Hello there. Seriously, like that is one of the best horror films I'd say of the last decade, if not the best. I was so happy that that was one of the last films I think I watched before like COVID kind of started.
Okay.
It is a great movie. And it's just like it's a play on hide and seek, but it's so well done. Yeah, we might have to do another match after this because I think this one's gonna end in like 2 seconds. Love
Actually, the map
top
after this is Solomon Islands. I'd love to do that one if you're down, but yeah.
Yeah. You download this game and just played it. Multiplayer's full of people just laying in one spot. Well, you know, it's most multiplayer stuff. Rainbow Six 3 was an OG title. You got a demo of it with the headset package. You do. That's kind of crazy. That was the thing. But like, I like doing the retro type videos. But I'm kind of like, when you see something underperform, you're just kind of like, ugh. Ugh. No. I want the heroic battlefield music. Now I also want to.
That's one thing.
Into the water.
Alright. Well, yeah, like, I don't freak out every time I'm in the water in the game. Let's just get that clear.
Everything's just flailing around. I can't swim.
Right. Every time I'm in the
Megalodon.
I'm like,
Goes camping. Stays by a lake.
Just-
It's the Megalodon, Kevin. That's funny. The Invisible Man. What about? Oh yeah, that one was really, really good. The Invisible Man. I really liked Halloween. Was it 2018? That one's like it's gory, but it's not like Saw or something.
That movie's so cheese. Yeah, I love how like literally the whole thing is they build up Myers just so then they can kill him, and then obviously at the end reveal that he's not dead.
I don't know. I really like that movie. It just like felt so badass right from the start, where it's like the king pumpkin in reverse, and they've got like the mask is like, what was he saying with the mask? Oh, it was like taunting him or something.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's freaking
All
out.
of it. Yeah. Well, it's
Such
funny
good
too when he's running around while they're all trick or treating, and then he literally just goes into that one house and stabs that one woman for like no reason at all. She's just hanging out. Like
That's what he does.
like, why, it's so funny. Why that house? Why no other house? But I guess you could say that with all killers.
He
But,
just
yeah.
kills indiscriminately. Except for kids, he doesn't kill children or defenseless things. He's more like a hunter, like a predator.
That's so odd, though. Why would you, like, you're literally killing people? Like, what, I'm supposed to think you have some morality because you won't kill a child? Like, whatever.
No, it's about there's no sport in it. It's like the predators.
Oh.
You know, like the predators, they won't kill like pregnant people.
Yeah,
they won't
yeah,
kill
or if you're
defenseless people.
injured, or, yeah.
That's what I think of Michael. He's obviously like a psychopath or whatever. But I think his
So could
thing
Michael
is,
beat a predator? Sorry.
He is a predator. He's a hunter of the
Yeah.
night. But
But
it's,
one-on-one. No, sorry,
could he take on a predator?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like younger Michael or like the old one from the new series? Well, the new one in the new series is somehow impossible to kill, but God, Halloween Ends just sucks. What a piss off. Shouldn't have even existed, that movie. If they know they couldn't do 3 movies, they shouldn't have done 3. The fire looked good, and then the water. That's funny. See there. Kevin below the deck the entire time. See if thieves? That's hilarious. You weren't working, you jump in. Oh, that sucks. Hopefully you can jump in at a future time. Have a good one there, Barry. Thanks for jumping in. Anyways, guys, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Alternatively, Patreon option. Streaming all the time. Lots of fun. Wait, I thought we were, like, gonna lose the match.
Nah, man, we're at the... Yeah, this is the beginning.
Alright, we'll see where I'm at.
Make it
at the
a full
end of this
match.
one.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. In your Austin Powers voice. Oh, right. Yeah, no, I got that.
Mike Myers. Yeah, I always got a kick out of that when I heard that he's Mike Myers, and I was like, what? You know.
Does Kevin want a smoking pancake? Oh my god, you guys keep going on about that. I mentioned the Austin Powers thing like one time in one stream, and they just keep like doing Austin
The
Power
bits of
quotes
it?
and bits. Yeah.
That's funny. What would you pay for them to stop? 1 million fulfilling. No, I'm joking.
Nobody does $1 million anymore. Dr. Evil.
I will name it the Alan Parsons Project.
They definitely had some good bits in those movies. I love Will Ferrell getting killed.
Yeah, he's funny. There is a lot of good bits. I love every time Dr. Evil does a music number with Mini-Me.
Stuff.
And I think my favorite bit is the tent, though, in the second one. It's so
find that really
stupid.
entertaining. I hate the third movie, though. Well, I don't hate it, but I do not like the movie. I dislike it even more now that I'm older, because it just does not stand close to the other two. Except for, I think, is that the one with the opening where they do the movie set thing? Except for that bit. You know, where they got, like, Tom Cruise in there? I can't believe they had Tom
Yeah, I think
Cruise.
that's at the end of that. Oh, it was neat listening to him talk, because, like, I didn't know this, but I guess Mike Myers was saying that his dad used to do all the old, well, he used to do some, like, old British spy movies. Or whatever, and it was funny, yeah, and I guess he was talking that, like, he always got a kick that you would have this, like, horribly looking British dude with, like, the worst teeth or whatever, and he's played off as, like, this super ladies man, gentleman, you know, like, kind of that joke of, like, this guy's, like, barely cleaned up.
But he's suave.
Yeah, but he's super, yeah, everyone just loves him.
Freaking those Austin Power movies with Bond movies.
Why, just for the meme of it, or?
Well, when Austin Powers came out, they said they couldn't do any fun tricks or anything with Bond anymore because they couldn't be serious because Austin Powers made fun of it.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's why the Daniel Craig movies are so, like, dark and, you know, they're not fun or anything.
So what, they were afraid to do comedy under the idea that it would be too Austin Powers-y?
Yeah, like Austin Powers made a mockery of Bond, so they had to go really serious about it. That's the beginning with Tom Cruise. There you go. What if Kevin knows something I don't know? What if he secretly works at GameStop? I really don't think Kevin would handle GameStop too well.
Why would that be?
I don't know. It just seems like a dreary place to kind of work.
Oh, sure. That's too bad about GameStop. I always remember really liking GameStop as a kid, but I haven't been there in forever. And then it was so neat to hear how they, like, messed you over multiple times and you don't like them. Alright.
Previously EV Games. That company can die in a hole. I was hoping they would die from the pandemic, but these idiots bought all the stock.
And saved it, yeah.
Stuff. Dumb. So dumb. I really, that was one company I was truly hoping would die over the pandemic. I always thought they were horrible. Now it's just a glorified toy store.
Objective beacon has been.
Ugh. GameStop.
This sector is lost.
What the hell?
What?
Oh, I'm in passenger seat. The wheel's on the wrong side. How many freaking areas do I have to go over until I get into the freaking driver's seat? Oh, wait. I've been pushed back. Oh. Have a good one. Thanks for jumping in. Hope you enjoyed what you watched. Stranger Things time with the wife? Oh, have fun with that. The enemies are advancing. Kevin stopped. Ow. Oh, they are storming our asses.
Did I ever tell you I'm a horrible pilot?
I figured.
Yeah.
That's why Riley's never been. That's one hell of a pilot towards him.
Right?
Yeah. I am dead. But this stream really has motivated me to try to set up a Sea of Thieves.
No, that's good, right?
Yeah.
I was playing so much Sea of Thieves there, I went through and started rewatching the Pirates movies, and then that made me want to play it even more, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those still hold up?
Yeah, they're not bad. The first movie with the undead guys and like the Black Pearl and that, it looks horrible. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's not bad. They really, the movie as it keeps going on references itself a lot. Like the second movie references the first movie, and then the third movie is just references of the second and third, which isn't bad, but like I would kind of realize that, like, whoa, you know, like this movie's like 90% references by the end. The fourth and fifth one in my mind suck.
Terrible films.
Yeah, terrible films. And Captain Jack is not a good pirate.
He's just lucky.
Yeah, like he's good. Yeah. Oh, like he's good at getting himself out of situations, you know, like there's a lot of different scenarios where he should be caught and then he ends up getting out. So like he's really good at that, but he's more of an escape artist. But like when you look at it, every single time he's a captain or has a ship, he either gets everybody killed, doesn't get anybody paid, or he loses it all. You know, like, yeah, he's a horrible, actually, it's not that he's a bad pirate, but he's a horrible captain.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
Your laying low playing Origins. That one's a lot of fun. It's on Game Pass now, guys, if you don't have Origins. And somebody says Kevin Cigar and Waffle again.
Long in the Blitz.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, did you...
Now, what
watch...
is a Blitz? Sorry.
What?
What is a Blitz? Or whatever.
I really don't know.
You know what? He says that, doesn't he? Yeah, I like smoking a pancake. Dude, like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, sorry. What were we gonna ask?
Crap. I don't remember. Sausages. Does Kevin know I'm indigenous? Yes.
Yes. Actually, fun fact, my mother is native, and she actually has her full card, and because of the heritage and stuff, how it used to go, me and my sister didn't get it, and like I'm not gonna lie to anyone, like, I'm a total like white looking dude, you know, like it's kind of obvious, but you know, heritage is heritage or whatever. But yeah, but anyways, because it didn't transfer through the mother, obviously, and my dad's like German Norwegian heritage and that, we didn't get it, but they changed that rule so you can get it through your mother's family line, which is fair and absolutely should, because your mother's line is just as much a part. Anyways, I agree with it is what I'm trying to say, but my sister went and got it, and she actually has her full-on status or whatever, like for the reserve and everything. So I'd assume, unless I'm adopted and I don't know it, that I could go get it. I just haven't. Yeah.
It's really not a big deal. Most people I know actually are Métis, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually really funny. Like, if your family's been here for multiple generations, the odds are, you know, everybody gets with other people eventually, right? Well, not always, right? Like,
my kids wouldn't be considered.
No, it sucks
would be bred out.
with my generation too. Yeah.
Yeah. So technically, it's common now, but going forward, it won't be, because it's been X amount of generations to the point where that doesn't count anymore.
Yeah. Unless you breed into it.
Unless you breed into it, yes.
We'll find
But
another, yeah.
you know what I mean, right? You say that.
Yeah, I know
but-
exactly what you mean, yeah. That's
Yeah.
where, I don't know, I always thought it was kind of cheesy that I
Their
could
rules
get
are
it,
weird.
or whatever. Yeah, but I don't know, it is interesting. What is funny with my mom, though, is she, like, when I go over to my mother's side of the family in Winnipeg or whatever, they are all full native and that, yeah, so, I don't know. I'm
Really
the
not a
one
big
who
deal,
sticks out like a
guys.
sore thumb. Yeah. No, it isn't. No, it's just,
But you do that, you know, and you get your card and stuff, Kevin. You can use that for rent, and they give you other perks.
no, it's actually quite huge, right? Like, there is a lot of benefits to having it. That's where a lot of people have told me, why haven't you got it? And this is like kind of, I don't know. In the end, everything's I don't know. Yeah.
I'll let you know how it goes when I get it done. Because from what I understand, because my sister has it, I should literally just apply and just get it because, you know,
You might as well.
all the legwork's been done.
Right? Well, that's what my joke is that, yeah, my sister literally has it. She could, like, you know, apply to get a house on the reservation, which is, I believe, what's it, Quebec Lake or something like that in Saskatchewan? Yeah. So, yeah, like, full-on status, everything, and it's like, yeah, that's where I was joking with everyone that, yeah, unless there's something I don't know, I should get it. Yeah, very easily.
Yours must be more intensive than mine, though, because I don't think I would have rights to land like that.
Yeah, well, that's the interesting thing, right? That, like, my mom is full status or whatever, and, like, my her side of the family, like, my grandma had to go to, like, the residential schools and all that. Yeah. So that's where, like, it's really interesting that I don't look at, like, at all, other than, I guess, maybe my facial hair and brown eyes, but, like,
That's because it's been bred out.
yeah, exactly. And that's my thing. So I don't
That's just
know.
how it works.
A lot of people talk about it, but honestly, it is like if it's in your blood, it's in your blood, right? And heritage is heritage. That's where I agree with the like absolutely going with the mother's side of the line because you have just as much right to that as your father's. Yeah. Interesting, right?
And I mean, they're changing the rules all the time. Maybe a future generation will continue to go forward again. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows, right? Yeah.
There was a trend in the 20th century where people would eat donuts with cigars. I think people did everything in life with cigars at one point.
Oh yeah, cigarettes. When I went out for, took my mom out for Mother's Day. Obviously, old man came with, and we're sitting there at the Denny's, and he is. I love my father. He is so amazing, but like, man, he is such a stereotype of the old guy talking about old school things when you go out with him or whatever. Yeah, it's hilarious. But we're sitting there in the Denny's, and he's going on about how like, I miss when you could smoke in a place. And I was like, oh? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, you used to be able to smoke everywhere. And no one would say anything or whatever. And, like, even growing up. And I kind of remember, like, I think you'd remember it, too. Like, the, like, late half of the 90s.
It was, like,
where most restaurants were smoking.
But even
yeah,
then, it wasn't.
It
You know,
was
there's
starting
nothing
to
I
die.
want more than going out somewhere and getting, like, secondhand smoke and everything's smelling like ash all the time.
Right, well, that's kind of the joke, and yeah, my dad was laughing that that's how it used to be or whatever, and he was like, there was literally the non-smoking section was just a corner of the room where, you know, like it's still, and he was laughing that you'd have like a baby on a high chair and, you know, the blue smoke just above his forehead level.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah, but I thought that was funny with, yeah, everyone smoked like crazy. Even my old family doctor, who sadly no longer, he's like retired because he's ancient. But the nurses were joking with me one time when I was talking to them. They're like, yeah, they remember when he used to walk down the hospital hall with a cigar, smoking it. And that's just hilarious to me, you know, yeah.
That was the times.
Yeah, total different time. They smoked and did everything.
That's how they made their money, though. The cigarette companies and stuff. They were in a golden
Right.
age.
Well, it's funny too, because like when I worked at Sev when I was younger, I had the manager literally admit to me that we are a smoke shop. He said if they made smoking illegal, that 7-Eleven might close. You know, like.
Yeah, I think Costco used to have cigars area, from what I recall.
Yeah. Oh, they don't? You see, like, that's the funny thing is cigar smoking, it's still smoking, and, like, I've seen people try it, but it's almost like cigars have somehow come out, at least from what I've seen, as somehow classier, you know, or
They've
something like
always
that,
been
or...
portrayed as classy. There's something like
It's-
cool looking about it. That's why a lot of movies don't portray it anymore, because it looks cool. That's what marketing and stuff has done for that, is make it come across as sophisticated or classy or cool. That's marketing. Very successful marketing.
Here it is.
Don't know if the cigars is bad, you would never. But that's the thing, is like, you know, like you would do everything with cigars. You'd sleep and you'd be smoking, or you'd be out eating with smoking. It was like, it's just what you did.
It was like a concern back in the day that people would fall asleep and start fires because they would have a lit smoke in the bed. Like, are you kidding me, brother? You know, like, come on.
Well, it's very addictive, and it was very common, and everyone did it.
Oh, it's uber addictive or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. I've seen people quit other vices.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like, there's a lot of factors that go into whether you can or can't, willpower, environment, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. But, like, cigarette smoking, I have very rarely seen anyone actually quit. And the few people I've seen that, oh, blah, 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 quit, it's like, oh, didn't they start smoking again? It's like, oh, yeah, they did. You know, like...
The temporary quit.
Yeah.
Hello there. Oh, that was...
What a big explosion,
That
right?
was a big explosion. Holy. Damn.
Yeah, these pipes. I was playing this game. It wasn't until like 2 years in I realized if you shot those pipes, the oil tankers there, or, yeah,
That's a
would
big
explode.
boom. That was actually intense on my screen, actually. Holy. So that would have been crazy to see with HDR on.
That's awesome.
Damn. Hard-fought battle, actually. Oh, so who is the one that always bothers me about Dusk on Xbox? I asked them about it, and they just confirmed in an email that yes, Dusk is still coming to Xbox. So, there you go.
In my group?
What?
In my group?
No, on the stream.
No, oh, okay. I was like,
because I was like, you know, I got like the details where I'm like, I asked the dev, and I'm like, Dusk is coming to Xbox. Because I was looking about the Switch version, I was like, you know, are you guys releasing this on Xbox? They're like, yeah, we're doing it for the Switch version. And then someone's always like, oh, you said Dusk was coming to Xbox, and it still hasn't come. And I'm like, well, they said it was coming. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna email, and I'm gonna ask if it's still coming. And yeah, they just reply, they're like, yep. Has Kevin played Sniper Elite 5? No, Kevin is not.
but I should.
Yeah.
I got COVID literally when you got me that game. That was like the worst timing ever.
Kevin was just out of it and stuff, so. I'm sure he'll try it someday, guys.
Yeah.
It is a fun game.
Yeah, you're saying you streamed it a couple times. How'd that do?
Good?
Good, that's good.
Yeah. It's actually quite enjoyable. I just wish that one had more maps. Seems to be a big thing right now. But then again, it's more like a AA effort. For what it is, it's really impressive. I am dead. Well, at least I got an airstrike now to use. Should I wait until they're a little bit closer, or should I just do the fire? Well, hopefully this airstrike does something. But yeah, that's still coming. I'm gonna have to email... Oh, I'm gonna have to text. The main character of Sniper Elite 5 wants to do an interview, so...
Really?
Follow up.
That's cool.
Yeah. Little less timely right now, but it's still something I'd like to get done. But I guess my email is in spam, so he said to text him if he doesn't reply right away or whatever, so I have to do that.
Your email is set as spam.
It happens.
Okay, you know what's one of the weirdest things? When I pick people up every now and then in this game, and like after, I'll have a little, like, my guy will pull out a syringe, like from Battlefield 1, or whatever, like, well, that's what I'm saying, yeah, I feel like that's programmed in here, they just chose not to have it like that, you know, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the same code and everything, they just adjusted it slightly. You know what I think is really funny is when I close like any game on my Xbox, for a brief second, you can see the 360 emulated menu pop up.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that?
Just a brief second, but it's the same white square that pops up when you play a 360 game and you open up a guide menu in there. It does that no matter what game I close, so I assume it's always running in the backdrop. Which is weird. Really, really weird. You're not defending Wake Island very well.
Oh, this is going very poorly.
You had COVID and it was the worst. Yeah, I think the vast majority of people have had it or will have it, and it's just kind of part of life at this point.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting in my house was that me and my girlfriend had two, and then my parents ended up catching, or both vaccines, and then my parents ended up catching it. And my dad doesn't have any, and my mom has two in the booster. And I was laughing that like we got the perfect like case study of like the effects of it or whatever. Yeah, but I don't know. I felt ill for a long time. It wasn't that I was uber ill, but I had a sore throat, and that was so frustrating. I hate when you wake up and like you have to go drink something because it's just like the worst scratchy feeling ever. But yeah, like that was the worst part of it. But other than that, I don't know. I think I got off easy. I think we all kind of got off easy.
The dives.
Oh yeah, right. But like,
Or long-term problems.
yeah, stuff like that, right? But yeah, like everyone in the family made it out well, and my parents recovered like
That's
easy
good.
too. Yeah, but like it was the length of it. It was that I was literally sick for like 2 weeks almost, and you know that's really fast because like other colds and that maybe you have it like 3-4 days, at least in my case.
Mine usually lasts 24 hours and it's done.
Yeah, you were saying that, right? Yeah, but like expected, but like it was even when I thought I wasn't all that sick, and like, even when I was testing negative, I felt out of breath. Like I tested negative for I waited the full, what was it, I think it's the 5 days or whatever before I went out and did anything. And I went out and airsoft, and like I was so out of breath I almost went home, and I thought, no, I just powered through it, you know, or whatever. Like this is like some of the only exercise I get in a week. Yeah.
Have I had
But,
COVID?
yeah.
Not to my knowledge.
But it's a common. No, I'm joking.
But it's a common. Yeah, not to my knowledge. I don't believe so. I've never had anything that's fallen within the symptoms ranges.
Yeah.
Oh man, this looks so majestic. I wish the clouds moved though.
Right? Is
Just kills it for me. Static clouds. Larry could have nursed Kevin back to health. Oh yeah.
yeah, it's the best offer I have for it. That's the funny thing, because like me and Becky both had it, so like usually one of us can like baby the other or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
but
back
it
to
was
health
just
whenever
sucks to
we're
suck.
sick. But yeah, it was a total sucks to suck. Like everyone lying in bed. It was like, ugh.
Good luck.
Doing the contactless delivery or whatever for like takeout and all that. Yeah. Total
Lovely.
beans. Yeah.
Come on, that guy is like in the water in a free kill, dude. It's like seriously finish him off. This is why we're doing so badly. The other team drives a jeep into the lake. They can't even shoot their guns, and you give them the chance to run and get their gun out to shoot you. Like, come on.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's
I'm
like,
not
good
having a
try.
good match here. I think I did all right, like last one, but this one not going my way.
I don't know how I'm doing. I don't even look at the scores unless I'm just going around shooting people.
I check it like after every death for some reason.
Successful.
Always.
Booster before FanFest. Nope. Oh, I'm 37 and 28. Why should I have gone to
Yeah,
Booster?
no, you're doing great.
I think it's too late anyways for that.
Yeah. It's never too late. No, I'm just messing around.
I was actually thinking about the other day. I was like, am I good to go on flights? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm fully vaccinated. I think to the standards that are.
Do they still care about that?
Yeah,
I thought they
do for the
dropped all that.
flights.
Oh, for the flights. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have your proof of vaccination, and then there's, I think, depending on where you're going, if you're going out of the country, you have to have, I believe,
Really? You need the proof? I thought they dropped the whole proof of it too. That's I didn't know that. That's all.
you have to have a proof for flight or rail within Canada, and if you're leaving or coming into Canada, you have to have a test.
Huh. The more you know, kids.
Our mask mandates, yeah, mask mandates are completely gone, and I believe if when I fly, I have to wear a mask, and if I'm at the airport, I have to wear a mask too.
Hmm.
Interesting. Yay! 8 hours with the mask on.
Oh, you love that, man. My favorite was when that like first came out, and I was moving furniture and that, and every now and then the trucks would come in. Oh yeah, you're just like huffing and puffing, you know, in like 30 degrees in this like trailer. Yeah,
Lovely.
good times.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't just really have like work where I have to go do that stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting times though.
That was interesting.
Yeah, never would have expected that. Never ever would have expected that to happen.
It was good for gaming that first year. Everyone
Oh,
was
yeah.
off work. You know, it was like, oh wow, yeah, okay. It was like grade 12 again, you know, like.
It really helped grow the YouTube channel and stuff a lot. Basically made me. We did like we did a lot of Warzone.
Yeah, that was a whack.
lot of words.
Well, that was it. Like, he came and joined, and Riley was off work. That's when we got Uber into DayZ, because every day you'd wake up and was like, oh, well, can't go anywhere.
Nothing to do.
I'm gonna simulate camping.
Yeah, you know, actually, I wish I would have had like a gal going into that though. That would have been
Like,
nice.
just to hang out with the whole time or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been spectacular. Like literally right beforehand. I was like, oh, But I remember it was like I was really hitting the apps, and I had all these like connections on stuff on the app. But as soon as COVID like just dropped, I was like, wow, well, there goes all this. So that was like, I put a halt to all that crap.
Yeah.
But no, it would have been nice to went on like walks, hikes. We'd have nothing but free time, really.
Yeah.
Essentially. Kevin's there, he's like, I just played Warzone.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where a couple of the guys were joking that, like, oh, well, your Kevin's life didn't change much. He's like, I go out sometimes, guys. You know?
Airsoft now, man.
Right. Oh, I was built for quarantine. No.
It's dead. back. You know, I'm actually pretty good with.
Yeah, no, that's for. I always thought we both had really good scores on this one. Well, I'm not having a good match this match.
Mr. 22 and 33.
I know, it's sad. I having my 58 kills last match.
You're still recovering from COVID? Well, I hope you feel better. Yeah. Okay, so I got another artillery strike. I guess I could have just waited for the big ship thing. So are we actually, like, holding these guys back?
Yeah, we are actually, and it doesn't look like they're gaining ground. They've even lost the bunker. Yeah. Oh no, actually, they slipped in behind. Isn't that hilarious? Shows what I know.
Oh, they're taking A.
My issue with that is, with my score with this match is I always try to use the guns of the appropriate faction. And, like, I don't... Yeah, I know, but, like, I'm not good with any of the Imperial Japanese weapon. I know, I don't know, I have more fun with it.
I don't
I also like it too.
Guys.
Get wrecked. What's it? The one thing I do like about using the appropriate gun for each faction is when I go into my kill list, I can, it's a record of how well I've done with each, like, map and group or whatever, I think.
It's too much.
It's too much?
It's too much.
Oh, that's fair enough, man. I gotta be in, like, what, the 1 to 2% that actually do that?
I'd say less.
Less? Ouch.
You'd have a hard time finding a niche forum where you talk about other people that do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What happened to the heroic music? Is that because we shut them down?
Yeah, because we shut them down, yeah. There's nothing heroic happening. They're getting smoked.
That's funny. Although we are definitely done after this one.
Yeah, okay.
I thought this match was going to go not this long.
Oh, you're fine.
Although I am doing good. I've almost got 44 kills there. Right on. Yeah. Again, dude, don't really at all care about the US politics stuff. Care less about talking about
You
it.
don't base your entire personality off of what's happening in the US? No, I'm joking.
Seriously, or politics in general.
You'll literally stop talking to people.
Yeah.
No, I'm
remember
joking.
that kind of stuff? Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I spawned on our one teammate,
man.
and he's swimming in the middle of the ocean.
That's the real defense right there, man.
I had to redeploy. Who's he fighting against? Like friggin' battleship shooting at us or something?
Well, what if there's a sneak attack from the ocean? Like, come on, man. Be logical. No, I'm joking.
Sneak attack from the ocean. We're on a freaking island. What's going on? What does Kevin think of male nurses?
Well, I don't like them as much as female. No, I'm joking. I don't know. Sure.
Thanks. You hope I get COVID. Right on. That's exciting.
We failed?
I spend 2 seconds looking at Reddit, and the lobby falls apart. That was a major defeat. Anyways, thanks for